Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Welcome to our SAP EWM overview session. So we are starting our new batch of EWM, which was awaited. People was inquiring, people were following, and now we are starting our new batch of EWM. That is the 11th of May. It would be Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. India Standard Time. So today is a overview session. Today is a demo session. We'll try to provide you a demo on the EWM side so that you can understand what would be there in the course. I would be taking initial 15 to 20 minutes, then I would be handing it over to Mr. Naidu. Mr. Naidu is our EWM trainer for very long time and he is very experienced. He would be conducting today's demo also, but I would be doing for initial 15-20 minutes, giving you an overview. Then we'll switch to the demo. Okay. Okay, so our target would be today that in our today's session, we will try that at least you should be able to know the basics of EWM, okay, and how the EWM work. That much you would be able to know it. And then on 11th May, we'll be having a session number 1 where basically we would be going into the initial topics of EWM. Now, before I jump into the EWM, which is extended warehouse management, the EWM, before we talk about, I want you to all to make sure that you all understand why EWM is required. Okay. And before that, try to understand what is warehouse management and why do we need a complex warehouse management tools? Why we need a complex products like EWM to manage our warehouses? Why? Why do we require that? That is the first question. We will try to get it answered. Okay, so there can be different kind of warehouses can be there. I am putting some picture here so that you can get some idea. Now, this is kind of a one big room as a warehouse where basically we are putting, we have some racks are there, and on the racks we have a different kind of materials are available, right? On a different kind of materials are available on the racks. Now, when we talk about warehouse management or when we talk about EWM, for EWM or warehouse management, this is a very simple story location, right? What do you think that what kind of system do we require to manage this warehouse? Do we require an EWM system to manage this warehouse? Quickly answer in the chat window with yes or no. No, we don't require, right? Even the WM system is also not required. So we have a different systems available within SAP also. We'll talk about we have different systems available. So basically, when we have inventory, okay, why we need an intelligent system so that when we are going to place the inventory, we should know that okay, this material I am going to put in warehouse, in which warehouse location I need to put it. And whenever there is a requirement, when you need to get the material out from the warehouse, you should be able to quickly know that which material is at which location so that you can quickly go there, get the material out easily, and then get it dispatched or get it sent wherever it is required, maybe to customer or maybe to the production storage location. So for that purpose, we need intelligent systems. Those intelligent systems, now in this case, if the warehouse is that small, and actually I have seen these kind of warehouses in actual client location. We were in Saudi Arabia. We were having a construction site. In that construction site, there were the 2 warehouses, and the warehouses was a big container. The big container, it was converted into a warehouse. It kind of racks was put it on the side, and at the center the material was put it. So for those kind of materials, that small warehouses, those kind of material, it is easy visually itself. If I will go, I would be able to find the material easily. Or if I am maintaining my things in Excel sheet, then also I would be able to identify materials easily, right? So for this very basic structure, we don't need a complex products to manage our warehouses. This very basic structure we have in SAP, it is called inventory management, which is coherently is a part of MM, materials management or sourcing and procurement. Inventory management is a small submodule which is tagged with the MM, but it is used almost all the modules use inventory management. In inventory management module, we have a particular location, we call it as a storage location. and we can maintain the stocks at the storage location. So for these kind of warehouses, we can maintain a storage location for it, and we can store our material, and the system will tell that in this storage location, this material, this quantity is available. And that is also sufficient for us. Visually, we can see it where the materials are there. So we don't need a different racking system. We don't need a very complex IT system to manage it. Always remember, complex IT systems would require to manage the complex business scenarios. So if the business scenario is complex, if the warehouse is complex, then you need a complex IT solution, not for these kind of cases. Now we go to this one, little big warehouse. So you can see here, there are the docking doors are there. And there are the docking doors here. There are some automated racking systems are there. Here also we have a racking system. Here the different kind of racking system for the small tools, which is available. And then we have in between areas are there, which basically where the material has been put after loading or before loading or after unloading, it has been put it, and some value-added activities can happen in this area, and then materials can be placed in their particular locations. Do we need an advanced IT solution to manage these kind of warehouses? If we need, which kind of system we require to manage these kind of warehouses? Zuresh said yes. When I am asking the question, you need to answer in the chat, and it is mandatory for you to answer it, because that is to bring your attention back to this training, right? So make sure everyone does. WM is required. Most of the people said, "Bhaiya, WM lagega isme." Now you need to understand, we talked about inventory management. In inventory management, we maintain the stocks at the storage location level. In WM, we go one step beyond. In WM, we have a storage bins, we have a storage units. So this can be one storage location, but within this storage location, there are the multiple storage bins are there. So in WM, you can track your product at the storage bin level. You would be able to track your product at the storage bin level. So WM can be used here. You would be able to use WM here. Okay. So with the WM, a storage location is all the stock is there in one location. WM gives further classification that within the storage location, you can have a different racking system, which can have a different storage bin. You can identify at the storage bin level if I need to pick a material, whether it is placed here in this corner or it is placed here. That knowledge you would be having, so that your picker will quickly go to particular storage bin. He would be able to quickly remove the material. Now, the bigger the warehouse is, identifying a material, storing a material, placing a material, and getting out the materials would be difficult. It would not be that easy. If you don't maintain the things systematically, if you don't maintain the things in system properly, you would be having a very tough time to find out the material. You would be having very tough time to find out the material. One material here and there, then you're lost. I remember this is even smaller. It was bigger than that warehouse. In an automobile company, small parts are there. More than 10,000 raw materials was there. We had a big warehouse where basically at that time we were using WM. I'm talking about 15 years ago. We were using WM there, and there was a different kind of racking systems was there where the product was stored. One small material, it's imported from Germany, one small. And if that small material is missing, your line will stop. That material got misplaced. Okay, it got misplaced. Okay, we were having a good system by which we were able to check when it was delivered, and during that period when the material has been stored, which different storage bin the material has been stored. Whatever the storage bin it was mentioned, we didn't found, so it was a manual mistake. User has put it into some another storage bin, but we were able to track that in that days which storage bin the material has been placed in. So by mistake, those storage bin that material might have gone. But to check also, it took around us 3 days of time to identify that material back. It was a small packet, but the small packet has 50,000 items. It's a very small item. But because of that, we were not able to manufacture a product for 3 to 4 days. Okay, so that is the importance of the good warehousing system. If you will not manage your stocks properly, you would be having over inventory issues, you would be having issues that your stocks are getting expired, okay, without using the unnecessary slow moving items are getting created, you're not able to move the items properly, a lot of issues would be there. Okay, you would not be able to supply properly to the customer, you will not be able to give the material to the production locations. So for these kind of warehouses, this is medium scale warehouses, WM can be implemented. Now the WM also is going to switch into the classic EWM. Wherever the new people need to put WM, we are suggesting them to put EWM. EWM has two levels, classic EWM and the advanced EWM. Okay, classic EWM provide a solution equivalent to the WM. So that level solution can be used here. Wherever we have a complex design, now this is a too complex design. Big warehouse, we call them as the mother warehouses, multiple docking station, multiple different kind of sheds, multiple different kind of storings are there. These kind of mother warehouses, they require very intelligent system. They require very intelligent system, which has all the advanced functionality, functions, features, so that you would be able to track the materials properly. You would be able to make sure that which material has been placed where to place the material, where to pick the materials. All these things need to be identified correctly. So for those places, we require our softwares like EWM. So this will require a EWM. Here you can manage with WM or the basic EWM. You need to manage this warehouse. So this we have tried to understand that these are the different warehouses, and the different warehouses will require a different IT solution. We'll try to understand it a little bit more deeper with a video, that why do we require a system for warehouse management? What kind of activities would be there in the warehouse management? That we will try to understand it.
Welcome to Palms Academy.
Let me share the sound.
In this video, let us look at what is a warehouse management system.
Are you able to hear? If
what
you're
is
able to hear, put yes quickly. Are you able to hear the voice from the video? Super. It's just a 2 minutes video. Huh? Just watch it.
WMS. Meet John. John is the head of supply chain at XYZ Corporation. John is responsible for the overall supply chain of the company and handles operations in multiple types of warehouses. Warehouses can be classified based on the kind of material they handle and the kind of operation or requirement they cater to. The different types of warehouses that John handles are raw material warehouses, finished goods warehouses, temperature-controlled warehouses, cross-dock warehouses. Each warehouse caters to a specific function. Among the different types of warehouses, there are certain commonalities. They are: each warehouse has security-controlled entry and exit gates, receiving and dispatch docks, storage locations. Within storage locations, different configurations of storage spaces like racked storage, floor storage, a combination of rack and floor storage, damage locations, MHEs. Other optional facilities that are provided in the warehouses include sorting areas, packaging and repackaging areas, kitting and de-kitting locations. John is struggling to manage the operations across all his warehouses and to ensure smooth functioning of the supply chain. John is thinking about implementing a WMS to help manage operations across all his warehouses and also to give him and his supervisors critical data about the state of operations in each warehouse. So, what is a WMS system and what are the advantages provided by a WMS? A warehouse management system is a software solution that controls all the activities in a warehouse. A WMS provides visibility and controls critical operations like inventory management, location management, receiving and put away, picking, sorting, packing, loading, invoicing and dispatch, movement and storage of material in the warehouse, inventory reconciliation. One of the major advantages of a WMS system is that it eliminates dependency on warehouse personnel in terms of inventory status and operational decisions. The system takes care of important functions like location suggestion, allocation policies, guided operations. In order to optimize operations within a warehouse, a good warehouse management system should be able to handle all the activities explained. Please refer the next set of videos for more details on end-to-end warehouse operations. All the optimize operations within a warehouse, location suggestion, allocation policies, guided operation.
Okay, I hope you got a good understanding ki what are the troubles, what are the issues are there to manage the warehouses. In a quick 3 minutes of video, it shows that what kind of different issues which can be faced while managing these warehouse systems, right? And these are the key areas which has been mentioned. These are the key activities or things which we need to do in a warehouse. People are asking about the SDMM, PP, FICO. SDMM, PP, FICO, we are starting from tomorrow morning, 8 p.m. IST. Sorry, tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. IST. So tomorrow we'll be having a session number 1 for SDMM, PP, FICO mastery. Okay, this is a EWM demo session, which we are starting the sessions. We are starting from 11th May for EWM. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. So these are the things which need to be done. Inventory management, receiving and put away. Receiving is to receive the material. To receive the material, we use receiving. And if you want to dispatch the materials, if you want to get the material out from the warehouse, that is called put away. Then we have sorting, sort out the materials whenever it is required, loading the materials into the trucks, movement and storage of the materials, picking the materials, packing the materials, invoice and dispatching, okay, location management, which location it need to be stored so that it can be used whenever it is required in an optimum way. Finally, inventory reconciliations, we need to do it. Whether the inventories which has been managed, whether it is matching the real inventory, matching the physical inventory or not. Those kind of things also we need to do it. So these are the activities which is required in warehouse. And because of all of these activities and because of the complexity in the warehouse systems, we require some advanced tools to handle the warehouses. We require some advanced tools to handle the warehouses. Manual is asking, how about the integration with the RFID system? Integration with RFID system also done with EWM. EWM has a capability to have an integration with RFID so that the operation can happen quickly. A quick operation can happen by scanning it rather than manually typing it. Kaushal is asking, is there a difference between warehouse and distribution center? Basically, when we call it a distribution center, we call it to distribute the product, which means we are at the outbound part of the logistics. But when we call it as a warehouse, it's just a storage of the material. It can be for the inbound process or it can be for the outbound process. For both processes, it can be. Inbound process means it can be a raw material warehouse. Outbound process means it can be a distribution center to distribute our finished goods. Okay, so a distribution center is also a warehouse, which you can call it as an outbound warehouse. To answer Kaushal's question. Surinder is having a question that related to the career gap, and he has messaged me directly. Please, guys, if you're putting something, put it to everyone. Don't put the direct message, because if you're putting the direct message, it will not go to the support team. So support team is there to answer, to help you to answer your queries. So don't put any message directly, put it to everyone so that support team can answer it. Support team, please provide Surinder the YouTube video on the career gap, which we have done, I think 2 weeks back. So Surinder, I'm asking team to assign you a YouTube video. You can watch it. That how after the career gap also you can start your career with SAP. I have done around 1.5 hour session on that. Okay, I hope you got a good clarity with this video. I'm proceeding ahead. What is the timing of the course? I will quickly let you guys know. I will let you know what would be the timing of the course. We are starting this SAP EWM course from 11th of the May. Okay, and the sessions would be Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. India Standard Time. Okay, it means it is starting from the next Saturday or next 11th May. Yeah, next Saturday it is starting, 10 a.m. India Standard Time. And stay on, we are having a offer for the EWM. If anyone is buying our courses, we have 2 courses, EWM Mastery and EWM Excellence. Mr. Naidu would be talking about more about those courses. If anybody is buying them together, EWM Mastery and EWM Excellence together, if you are buying, you would be getting a 25% off, but that is only valid for 72 hours. By today we are in Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. After Tuesday, it will not be working. Okay, so stay till the last so that you can get the link for that offer. We are basically Mastery plus Excellence. You can buy it together with 25% discount. So the important warehouse processes we have already discussed. I will not reiterate. We have discussed about receiving, put away, picking, packing, dispatching, shipping, kitting and dekitting. Kitting and dekitting is combining 2 different materials together for ship is called kitting. Okay. We need to store the product based on these strategies: FIFO strategy, LIFO strategy, FAFO strategy. This is first in, first out, last in, first out, first expire, first out. First expire, first out is the most common one, which is used to store the material and to get the material dispatched. Please be on mute, guys. Surinder, please be on mute. Okay. We would be asking you at the end whenever you have a question right now. Please ask the question. Please ask the question on the chat. Okay. If you want to speak, please raise your hand. We'll ask you to unmute. Okay, so these are the few processes we have. Now we will be jumping into the solutions available in the market. Aman Bhupender, can you help answering Srinivas' question? So what are the available solutions available in the market? Okay, for EWM, for WM management. We have a SAP. Within SAP also, there are the multiple solution. I will talk next in the next link of the mind map. But we have a solution from SAP, we have a solution from Oracle, we have a solution from JDA, we have a solution from Blue Yonder. These are the few companies where basically we would be having EWM solutions available. Okay. SAP is doing very good. SAP is having a multiple solution for managing the warehouses. Okay. And compared to the other partners, it's doing very good in the market. Although Blue Yonder, JDA, they also have a good solution for the warehouse management, WMS solutions. Okay, but SAP is kind of leading into that market. And there's a specific reason why SAP is leading. I will come to that. So these are the competitive solution which is available for the WMS in the market, and what solution SAP has. So SAP has inventory management. Inventory management was in ECC. Inventory management would also be there in S4HANA, where based on the storage location, we store the material, right? It was there in ECC. It is also there in S4HANA. We will be running this batch on S4HANA 2023. So it will be S4HANA Embedded EWM 2023 version, which we will be giving this training on. So warehouse management, then SAP has a WM. WM is the storage bin level. So beyond the storage location, you can have a storage types and storage bin, and you can store the material at the storage bin level. Within the storage location, there can be 200 different bin. Within the bin, where the material is stored. So within the storage location in which bin the material is stored, that level of tracking you can do with the warehouse management, WM. Now this WM is going to sunset. This WM is going to sunset, and this is going to replace SAP. EWM is going to replace, but SAP created a new name for it. So they said that, okay, still WM is going to sunset, but we can have a SAP stockroom management. These are for the company who still loves WM. So the companies who still want to go ahead with the WM, they can take the license of stockroom management. Stockroom management is nothing but a new name to continue the WM still for another 5-7 years. Okay. Otherwise, as per the books, if you will say that WM has been sunsetted, but WM has been now released with the new name called stockroom management. Actually, any implementation which is happening nowadays, and they want to use the warehouse WMS system, we are putting EWM for them. We are not having any discussion on WM. We are directly asking the companies, and even SAP is also recommending directly use EWM system. Now, EWM, which is available in S4HANA, it is available in as a SAP S4HANA embedded. On top of S4HANA, EWM is available. Okay, so it would be having some advanced function and features. Mr. Naidu would be talking about more of those advanced function and features, like it would be having a dock scheduling, labor management. We can have a decentralized warehousing. We can have advanced placement and removal strategies. We can manage deconsolidation. We can manage slotting, that exactly which place the material need to be placed, that is slotting. We can have a flexible process modeling step and activities. Once the material is received, what step we need to do, what should be the second step, what should be the third step. So once the material comes in, until the time it goes into the bin, there are multiple activities need to be happen: deconsolidation, packaging, repackaging, labeling. Okay, a lot of different activities or steps need to be performed. So these activity steps we cannot monitor in the WM system, but it can be monitored in the EWM system. Value-added services like your labeling, relabeling, those all things comes in the value-added services. Okay, my mind map got stuck. I need to get it closed. Sorry, guys. In between, by this time, if you have any question, feel free to ask. By the time I'm restarting my mind map, it got stuck. So manual is asking, so there is no storage bin feature in IM? No, IM does not have a storage bin. IM has basically storage location concept. Okay, let me check. Any questions? Arun, will we gain the ability to work autonomously post-course completion, which practice is, while practice is crucial? I don't think it's entirely adequate. Do you offer training on projects? Okay, let me again ask Arun question. Will we gain the ability to work autonomously post-course completion? Yes, if you complete this course, if you complete Mastery plus Excellence together, okay, and you will be getting a 6 month of system practice access. You will be working, this is a very advanced level EWM training if you cover the both, and we guarantee that, Arun, nowhere in the world you will get that kind of training with that kind of content. I personally, every second, third month, whatever the trainings comes in the market within SAP and outside SAP, I enroll myself to check our content. So the content which we are giving it to you, you cannot get anywhere around the world, that deep content, right? Practice is crucial. You need to practice in the system. Mr. Naidu would be showing all the scenario in the system as for HANA 2023. It's your responsibility to go and practice in the system. I don't think it's entirely adequate. I don't understand that line, that what is not entirely adequate. The system is available, scenario has been set up. I can also guarantee the system which we have as for HANA 2023, recently we upgraded. The kind of configuration which we have done for EWM and the kind of scenario has been set it up. In this system, that system also you will not get around the world. You can go and try and check, okay? Do you offer the training on the projects? All the training which has been done, it would be done kind of a project. First, Mr. Naidu would be showcasing you the full warehouse structure, that this is the warehouse, and on this warehouse, we need to implement EWM. And then the full training will happen considering if this is the warehouse, if these are the different storage areas are there, these are the different sections are there, how we can implement EWM. And Mr. Naidu also share all of his wide experience while implementing this. So if you ask the right questions, you will be getting all of your answers. Okay, that is to answer Arun's question. Dilip is having a question. Let me go to the EWM, not on the team. Will course cover the integration to EWM from SAP ERP, from SAP ERP IM? Yes, it covers, but from the theoretical perspective, our system would not be getting connected with the inventory management system. Our system will not be getting connected. Okay. Sandeep is asking, stockroom management and classic EWM both are same. If not, what are the difference? Sandeep, stockroom management is the new name for the WM. WM is, when we talk about WM is a different stack. It's a different stack of coding. It's a different product, different ABAP code. EWM is completely different ABAP code, different solution, different architecture. The both are totally different. Functionality wise, the similarity can be there, that, okay, we were able to store the material in the storage bin. We were able to track the materials at the storage bin level in your WM, and the same thing we can also do in the classic EWM. Okay, functionality wise, the similarity can be there, but the screens, the transactions, everything would be different between stockroom management and the classic EWM. Okay, or the WM and the classic EWM. Okay, WM and stockroom management, you can consider they both are same, because SAP mentioned that the WM, they are ending it, and then when they need to extend it, they came up with the new name, stockroom management. Can you invoice directly from EWM via AP integration? Yes, we have accounts payable integration, and your EWM would be integrated with the MM and with the SD modules, and from there, the integration would be there with FICO modules. AP and AR integrations would be there from that side. Okay, it's because it's embedded product, it's fully integrated product. I'm having some generic questions. Okay, I'm parking the generic questions and I will move ahead. And then before I hand it over to Mr. Naidu, we'll again jump into the generic questions. Okay. So what we can adopt in SAP S/4HANA? So in SAP S/4HANA, we have IM, inventory management is there. We have SAP WM, which is going to sunset by 2025 to 2027. We have, now I have not mentioned here, stockroom management, which is equivalent to WM. We have an embedded EWM and we have a decentralized EWM. Decentralized EWM is in the separate server. So we have a separate SCM box. On the SCM box also, you can go ahead with the EWM, but this decentralized separate SCM box EWM is going to sunset, and then you will be having decentralized EWM would be there, but it would not be there on SCM box. There would be in future S/4HANA decentralized EWM. Okay, S/4HANA decentralized EWM is there, and SCM EWM, EWM on SCM boxes is going to end. That is also going to end, as SAP has mentioned. Within embedded EWM also, they have two things. They have a basic EWM, or which is also known as classic EWM, and then you have a full-fledged advanced EWM. This training would be on the full-fledged advanced EWM. Why SAP came up with the classic or basic EWM? Anyone has answer to that question? Before I answer, do you want to answer it? Why SAP came up with the classic EWM? What was the reason? Why the classic EWM was required? Put NI. Everyone, it's mandatory to answer the question. If you don't know the answer, put NI quickly. NI on the chat window. So we have a less complex functionality for smaller warehouse operations. Licensing with extra functionality. Okay. To handle less complex systems. Still, I didn't get the exact answer. Customers demanded it. Customer to sab kuch chahiye. Customer needs everything under the sky. All right. The basic reason was in ECC, WM was there, right? And SAP said that when you're coming to S/4HANA, we will obsolete WM. Okay, we'll obsolete WM, right? And now the companies who was using WM, they need to take a EWM license. They said that our functionality we were able to use with WM. Why we need to take additional license for EWM? So SAP came up with the functionality. They came up that, okay, what are the functionality was there in the WM? The similar functionality they have provided in the classic EWM, so that the clients can adopt to the EWM without paying an additional heavy license fee. But if they want to use the advanced functionalities of EWM, then yes, license fee would be required. You can see this is the quick examples of basic EWM and advanced EWM. So the material flow systems, wave management, yard management, labor management, kitting, centralized planning, value-added services, these all things, warehouse billing, slotting and rearrangement, dock appointment and scheduling, these all things are not available in the basic EWM or in classic EWM. These all things would be available in advanced EWM system. So I would be quickly covering two things, and then I will be handing it over to Mr. Naidu. First is who can learn EWM? If you are SAP MM consultant, WM consultant, IM consultant, if you are WM and IM consultant, you are focusing onto the warehouse management, it is mandatory for you to upgrade to EWM because the future is EWM of this warehouse management system with SAP. SAP consultant of any functional module who want to cross-train themselves, you can also jump into the EWM. If you are an end user, if you're working as an end user or a core user in WM and EWM, in that case also you would be able to learn EWM. If you don't have any experience to SAP, zero experience to SAP, but you have a strong operation experience, you have a strong warehouse management experience, then also you can directly learn EWM. TM consultants can go into the EWM, and then they will be having fully logistics executions would be covered. Logistics execution covers the warehouse management as well as the transportation. So you can be a logistic execution expert if you know the both module EWM and TM. How we will be helping you to learn it. Okay, the other modules also, there was somebody asking ki, Bhaiya, I am a PP consultant. If I learn EWM, what is the advantages for me? If you learn EWM, you can go for the EWM projects. There is an integration between PP and EWM. There is also integration between QM and EWM. You would be knowing those things stronger. So wherever the EWM and PP integrations are there, those kind of projects, you would be able to handle it in a better way after doing this training. Vehicle to success. Okay, so we have two courses, Mastery to EWM, Excellence to EWM. Again, I am saying we will be doing Mastery and then EWM back to back. We would be doing it first Mastery and then EWM. And this is a very intense course, very in-depth course are there. And in every iteration, we are adding new and new things. Every iterations we are adding new and new things. Right now, Mr. Naidu is working with the configuration of integrating our in our system TM and EWM integration is working. I hope it would be done in 2 months of time. Then in this batch, we would be able to showcase. But if we are not able to show that integration, the theory part will be covering it. But we are trying our best. In the last batch, we were able to do the integration between QM and EWM, PP, EWM, those integrations we have done in the last. But those integration topics covered in the excellence. Okay, those are the advanced topics which is covered in excellence. So if you want to learn those advanced level, you need to also take the excellence. If you're taking it excellence today, we have an offer which will be only for next 72 hours. You can buy both of them together, Mastery plus Excellence, with 25% off. Okay. Support team, please share the link. Share the link so that people are clear that if they want to buy it together, both of the product, which the link they can use for 72 hours to buy both of them. With Mastery, you will be getting a job hunt mastery product also. We give you a lot of additional things. So with Mastery, you get a job hunt mastery additional course, you would be getting it. In job hunt mastery, somebody was asking whether you talk about the RISE FW. So RISE FW testing or the full implementation approach, we have trained in the job hunt mastery. You need to understand this content itself. If you will see our content, this is almost going somewhere around 90 to 100 hours of content, Mastery plus Excellence. Then my job and mastery, where we talk about your CV preparation, then your RISE Ws, then the iDocs, then all other stuff is another 70 hours of course, right? So it's huge. We cannot cover each and everything live, right? So job and mastery, we are giving you complimentary. You can go through on your own. Experienced people would not require to go through job and mastery. Only the CV preparation, you can go through the job and mastery. Experienced people does not require because they already know how to work on RISE FW, how to create RISE FW. New people struggle in that. And for the new people, we are giving this job and mastery. 3 months of server access you will get. Step up circles, there are the 200 plus hours of videos also you will get it. In the step up circles, you want to know overview of Ariba. You want to know the overview of TM. You want to know overview of PP. We understand. During this, you need to know the different things. You want to know about the AIs in SAP. You want to know about the APIs, what APIs does. You need to know about the more about the technical enhancements, how the technical enhancement happen. All of the videos are available in the step up circles. You can go through them. Altogether, if I will combine the mastery, excellence, it will go 400 plus hours of content. That high the content is, right? So the main core content will be covering it through the live sessions, and then some additional content would be given to you so that you can go through the recorded sessions. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. With excellence, you would be getting additional training, A to Z of Fiori, where 12 to 15 hours we have spent it only on Fiori so that you understand how you would be using Fiori. HANA migration cockpit, how the migration need to happen through the HANA migration cockpit. We created a separate training and give it to you as a complimentary. So these are the additional complimentary trainings you will be getting it with excellence and 3 months of server access. So it means if you're buying both mastery and excellence, all together you would be having 6 months of server access. Okay, if you are a complete fresher with the zero experience, you can go ahead. We are starting our mastery courses. Sourcing and procurement SD mastery courses are getting started from tomorrow. You can learn that, or you can attend few sessions of that, and then you can jump into EWM. Okay. So what I would be doing there, a lot of generic questions are there. I would be answering the generic questions. Okay, make sure you are sending the questions to everyone. And I would be handing it over to Mr. Naidu. Mr. Naidu, are you there?
Yes, Parminder. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. A quick brief introduction. Mr. Naidu has been associated with Sastrageek almost for 3 to 3.5 years. We have worked even into the projects together. He is having almost near to 20 years of experience. He is the one guy who came from the core of the warehouses. He has managed the warehouses. He has installed the warehouses on his own. So he knows in deep all the operations which happens in the warehouse management. He worked into the sourcing and procurement. He also worked into the sales. He was also involved into the logistics and the transportation management. From business side, he have very strong core business process knowledge. And on top of that, he is expert in EWM. He knows TM as a module. He knows sourcing and procurement MM, and he also knows SD. EWM is the core of Mr. Naidu. Almost for 2.5 years, he is providing training with us for EWM, corporate trainings, and these kind of batches. And we have a very, very, very strong and a good response for the trainings. And every training, Mr. Naidu has something new to offer, something additional things, some new scenarios which he is facing right now. His in project, the challenges which he is facing, he opens up, not only showing the scenarios, which errors are there, where the error will happen, and how you will be able to tackle those errors and issues. That level detailed trainings he has given. So when you're joining Mr. Naidu's sessions, make sure you come with plenty of time because he explained the things in detail. The session can go up to 3 hours. Okay, over to you, Naidu sir.
Yeah. Thanks, Parminder. Thank you very much for introduction and covering all the basics of the SAP EWM and the other parts. Yeah. Hi all. Good evening and good morning and good afternoon. And hope you are doing good. This I will share my other presentations. Okay. Okay, as the Parminder has this most of the time has covered almost all difference between the different warehouses and also different warehouse systems, and he covered almost all. But I'm going to very in depth into the EWM system. Okay, why SAP has brought into the EWM? Okay, you know that we have already warehouse management system, but as you know that is going to sunset. Back maybe it's 25 days, but again 28. But further going, everything is driven by the SAP. As you know that this is a SAP EWM is a latest warehouse management system. It is a part of is integral part of supply chain management in SAP, and it has been built from the scratch, like completely different architecture. What we see in warehouse management is a different. What we see in EWM is different. That means completely is architecture is different. Okay, while designing, they have kept in their mind, like, looking into these are the silent features where they look into large warehouses, Like, if it's a large warehouse means, how do you say the large warehouse? Like depends on the volume and the stock keeping units, or you can say that number of picks like millions, or like, depends on that. And also like how you are going to manage these products, like complex and multi-step products movement in a complex environment where we see that you may not move one product one to one, right? While unloading, you may come up the product undergoes several movements. Okay, so we can capture all complex movements in a AWM system. And also you can manage like, the fast and slow moving items depends on the seasonal products. So the beauty of this one is we can manage the products. So the system will propose which is the faster moving, which is slower moving products. So we can control these things. And also we can go for as the EWM having a very good package requirements where we can control this package details and package specs. Even we can control at the customer level also. If you have a customer having their own package specs requirement, yes, we can build the package requirement in AWM system. And also this EWM having high degree of automation, as you know that we can integrate with um, high degree of automation means like, majority you can say the automatic storage and automatic retrieval. Like, as you know that we are hearing about the artificial intelligence now, and all warehouse operation jobs is going to vanish and everything replaced by mechanical equipments. So yes, EWM is one of the software where it's definitely help for at least 20 to 30 years for you guys. Okay, because it's more on like system related one rather than the operational environment. So high degree of automation, we can always integrate with the mechanical equipments. Like no manpower is required, completely driven by the um, mechanical equipments. All put away stock means moving the products, even for picking the products. Okay, so that's called high degree of automation. That's called ASRS, automatic storage and automatic retrieval. And also EWM having high integration capabilities, like you can integrate with the sourcing and procurement, like material management. You can integrate with the sales and distribution. You can also integrate with the EWM with the quality management. You can also integrate EWM with the transportation management. You can also integrate EWM with the production system, where we want to capture the production activities, like after manufacturing, we want to get it back to the warehouse. And also EWM is very good integration with the GTS, global trade system, to manage the even global compliances. Okay, so that's also one thing. And recently, that EWM is also a very good feature to integrate with the SAP. I think field logistics. Field logistics means that's a new software, SAP Field Logistics, for the especially for oil and gas. So new feature has introduced. So this is we can also inbuilt SAP Field Logistics to the EWM system. Okay, and also EWM is very good for third party logistics warehouses, where we can manage it. Okay, 3PL means they will manage the warehouse operations, okay, on behalf of the somebody else. And we can use all kind of warehouses like a distribution center. I know that somebody questioned already. Distribution means majority is the finished products where we deliver to the customer majority. And manufacturing warehouse, we can always integrate the manufacturing, where we want to provide the raw material to the manufacturing. After finish the goods, we can get it back to the warehouse. Okay, and also transit warehouse. Transit, it means like, you want to come get the products from different location, different warehouses, all moving to the transit warehouse to the directly to the customer. So that's a transit warehouse. We can also say the cross docking one. Okay, and in terms of the EWM, yes, we can use any industry in that matter. Okay, you can go for the retail industry, FMCG, and also we can go for the oil and gas. You can go mining, electronics, automotive, aerospace, you name it. Okay, you can use for any industry. If at all they want to store their products, they want to store their products in a efficient manner, like inventory management. Yes, EWM is one of the software, so we can manage every industry. And just I will go to some of the salient features of the difference between the basic and advanced functionalities in EWM. As Parminder has mentioned, that in a warehouse we have the simple warehouse, where we can cover the inventory management. Like in inventory means majority how we are going to keep our products, how we are going to manage our materials, like so that's called inventory. And how we are going, the other parts are like inbound process. This is the goods receipt process. Okay, you may receive the goods from the suppliers who would deliver it, and you may receive the good from manufacturing. Okay, you may receive at the even customer returns is also part of inbound process, or it may be stock transfer orders as well. Okay, outbound process means majority we focus on the delivering the products to the customer. Okay, but even it may happen stock transfer order, or it may be vendor return process also, outbound process. And internal movements, majority like moving the products from one location to other locations. Okay, or like you can also there some replenishment is also part of internal warehouse activities. And physical inventory means like, as you know that with a larger warehouse, the challenge of the like, counting the products is a very difficult, like it's not easy job, because you need to understand that if we may do for physical inventory annually or yearly or monthly, depends on the business requirement. So physical inventory is a very large activity in your warehouse, apart from the inbound or outbound. Okay, and last one is the reporting. Anything, that the BTF EWM is very good in terms of reporting. You can always monitor all the documents inbound, how many number of deliveries we received, how many number of outbound delivery process, and how many physical invent documents we created, posted. So, and a number of warehouse tasks confirmed and not confirmed. So everything you can always get it using basic warehouse. But there are some disadvantages in the warehouse management, simple warehouse functions. As I said, like, optimizations may not possible. So that's where we need to move to advanced functions. Like inventory management, if at all you want to go for slotting and rearrangement. Slotting and rearrangement, like, you want to move fast moving and slow moving products. It should be system driven rather than the like manually moving. So we can go for advanced functions where we can control this fast moving item, slow moving item by going for slotting or rearrangements. Okay. And also we can go for like inbound process optimization. Like the very powerful is the deconsolidation. Maybe I know that a lot of people are here about deconsolidation. So majority, that real environment, you may not receive one product, am I right? You may receive whole product by handling in it. It's a big pallets you receive it. So it may be homogeneous product, it may be non-homogeneous product. Okay, how we are going to handle that kind of situation. So using deconsolidation, we can control all these products. Okay, and also outbound process optimization. As you know that outbound process means is to fulfill a customer order. In a real environment, you may not get one outbound delivery, right? It may not be one order, sales order. It may be hundreds of sales order. It may be hundreds of outbound deliveries. It may be hundreds of waves. So what we do is like, and the customers, it may be same customers. It may be different customers. It may be different route. It may be same country. You make a delivery. So all these things keep in mind. You need to use optimization where we can say that, can I improve my warehouse picking efficiency? Can I combine 2-3 outbound deliveries into one wave to pick same time? Okay, that is a powerful wave management where we can control, like, picking efficiency. We can control warehouse operations, okay, to fulfill customer orders on time. Another one is material flow control. This is the most powerful now MFS, as you know that AI is introducing now. So I think in the future, all SAP and it's going to the EWM MFS system. That means automatic storage and automatic retrieval. Okay, so and EWM MFS is a part of the EWM now. So there is no requirement. IT requirement is we need additional thing. So it is a part of the EWM system MFS now. So I know that we are not covering, but we are planning to cover at least inbound scenario this time, so that if people can understand, like, how MFS works. So that's our motive. This session, this training, we are planning for one MFS complex inbound process. And also we can cover ad management, like in case you want to assume that the warehouse, they want to monitor ad means like, complete the vehicle movements. Where is the vehicle is arrived, what time we have to dock it for unloading or loading. And also another one is a transportation handling unit, because when you receive the goods or while delivering the goods, you need to plan for the shipping activities using the TM, transportation handling. Okay, assume that if it integrates the TM, then TU can be created directly from the EWM system, or like can be created from the transportation system. So there are different scenarios is there. We will explain when to use, like whether we can create TU in EWM system or like is it driven by the TM system. Okay. And also there is another advanced function is SAP doc appointment scheduling. This is additional one. It depends on the business. Are they going to use simple ad management or SAP doc appointment scheduling? That's a different business requirement. SAP dock appointment scheduling, you can track every moment of the vehicle and all the when you want to dock it or undock, all the things we can do that. Under labor management, yes, another one is a labor management. Unless otherwise really required for the business, then we go for labor, but otherwise is not a mandatory. For example, European Union, they won't encourage to labor management because they are not interested to track FCNs of the individuals. So labor management is again optional. And value added service, yes, is one of the powerful function where we will use for the during inbound process. We use a value added service. So in terms of like you want to add value, depends on the industry. You may do the labeling, or you may do relabeling, or you may do adding the oil or painting. So depends on the industry. Okay, value added service will be performed. Okay. So, and also we can define pack specs, how we want to pack it in case we can use for value added service. Apart from the kitting means like, is especially we use for the kitting activities of production system or kit to stock, kit to order. Kit to stock means you are going to, based on the production order, you are going to system will generate outbound delivery here where you try to pick it, pack it and put it back to the warehouse. That's called kit to stock. And kit to order means you build it, you will deliver to the customer. So we have a kitting also several scenarios. Okay, we will cover as a part of training. And a cross-docking means like, the beauty of cross-docking is you are not going to store the products in the warehouse. Okay, you will receive and you will deliver to the customer directly inbound and outbound. That means cross-docking is advantageous, like you are going to reduce the inventory because you are not going to store anything. It means you are avoiding inventory, documents, or things. Okay. So warehouse billing, not going to cover, but warehouse billing, we will see whether we can plan this time. Okay. And just a difference between the simple warehouse management, SAP EWM. And as you know that WM is at the storage location level and the warehouse management, HU management, whereas the EWM is at the storage type level where we can keep product either HU managed or non-HU managed. And a simple warehouse management is a static and a single step operations. Whereas the EWM, we can control like it's a dynamic and multi operations. I can capture any operations, I can combine unloading, okay, staging, deconsolidation, value added service, or like, I want to send it to the, after that, through the maybe conveyor belts. Okay, I can capture using the different process. Again, I can use a lift facilities if I want to send it to that. So I can cover all multi-step process where I can while recepting, even for the while picking also. And the disadvantage of a simple warehouse management, there is no comprehensive cockpit where we want to see warehouse tasks or like documents, all these things. But whereas EWM, we have a comprehensive warehouse cockpit and where we can monitor all the products, HUs, operation, like transactional data, and you want to see serial numbers, okay, bin stock level with documents, and you want to cancel the warehouse task, okay. So everything you can see that, okay. That's a warehouse supervisor can control everything in a single monitor, okay. And in a warehouse management, simple warehouse, we have a limited wave planning, okay, ad management, transportation management, and integration capabilities, automation capabilities, or a functionality. Whereas EWM, yes, we have advanced and flexible functionalities where we can cover with a wave. Okay, we will cover wave management very extensively and very realistic. We can cover with the standard order, rush orders, like, we'll combine it. You feel like a realistic environment where we see that. And ad management, yes, we are going to cover ad management to capture the vehicle movements from the moment enter the ad, how we can keep in the ad management, when to dock, when to plan for loading and unloading. And automation, as I said, like I'm planning for this time, ASRS, at least for the MFS, for the inbound process, see that. And integration, yes, we are going to cover all integrations. As you know that integration, definitely. Without that, we cannot perform inbound. And ESD, yeah, without that, we cannot perform outbound process. And quality, yes, quality we are going to cover with the QM integration. And also we are going to the EWM and PIP integration. And also we will discuss RF enhancements and all these things. Okay. And this is a typical diagram where we can see that. So a simple warehouse management and the EWM, how the functionalities between them. together. Okay. And also this EWM, we can go for multi-client warehouse. Okay. It can be shared by the different shippers. Okay. For operational demands. And also, I forgot to tell you that you can also integrate not only even GTS I mentioned, and also I said SAP field logistics for the oil and gas. We can also integrate SAP EWM with the SAP EHS, Environment, Health and Safety Management, where we want to manage all the dangerous goods like health and operational environments, okay, waste managements, okay, and product safety, occupational health. So we can also integrate EWM with the SAP H&S. Okay. What are the operations in the warehouse environment? Okay, typical. Okay, you can always segregate as a three processes. One is the inbound process. One is the storage and operations, all the physical inventory, replenishment, all the storage process, and outbound process to fulfill the customer order. When you're coming back to the inbound process, like you may receive the goods from the suppliers, or you may receive the goods from the manufacturing, another facility or same facility, or you may receive the goods from stock transfer order from other different plants or different companies to us, like company to company or plant to plant within the plant. And also you may receive the goods from the customer returns. Okay, customer returns is also inbound process. Okay, all these things covered in the inbound process. So during every inbound processing, you need to do transportation net processing. That is the shipping activities involved. So before performing any inbound activities like unloading, receive the goods, you need to plan some transportation, like in a paperwork and printing the documents, all these called the transportation processing. Okay, goods receiving management optimization is a part of inbound processing. And also, if at all you want to see that, like when you receive the product from the suppliers or manufacturing or from the customer returns, you want to ensure that what is the reason why you want to check quality management. You can always see that while receiving goods, you can always check the products before final put away. Okay, we will cover the quality management also. Okay, routing is not that important, but majority these are the inbound activities performed. When you come to the storage and operations, see, storage operations is also very big activities in the warehouse. At least minimum is a larger to medium, minimum 10 to 15 people will work on the only warehouse operations, storage and operation, like physical inventory. Physical inventory means always, that we need to always check the physical stock with the system stock. System shows some stock X quantity, but in a physical, we have a Y quantity. Okay, there is just differences. So ensure that always we need to make sure that both EWM system, S4 system will be remain same. That means system and physical should be same. So physical inventory is a part of a larger activities in the warehouse. Okay, counting activities, adjusting the stock using the physical inventory. And also, that replenishment, majority, like you may not keep all the products in the one location because, as I said, like faster moving, slow moving products, and we can always replenish the stock like based on the certain criteria. And we will explain that while going for the training. And replenishments, like, if it's a faster moving goods, I know that if you are going to deliver to the customer, but the bins are going to empty. So I know that it may not be possible for an individual to go and see that. If it's that 100,000 of bins, it may not possible for operation guys to go and see that. So system driven, automatically, if you maintain some minimum maximum quantity, system will drive automatically. Okay, so warehouse tasks, and somebody will fulfill that, move the stock from reserve area to the whatever the location is designed for that. Okay, kit to stock is a part of the internal operation, as we discussed, kit to stock. And outbound process is the extensive process where majority companies will focus on the outbound process, like, because based on the customer orders, it may be rush order, it may be standard order, it may be stock transfer order, or it may be vendor return process. Okay, and where we do for the wave management and the bin management and the routing. Okay, and we will go for the picking optimization, like how we are going to improve the picking efficiency, the packing efficiency, and staging. Okay, these are the typical operations, but we will cover almost all the process. And the EWM, we also see the analytical reporting. Anyway, we will do day one, we will start explaining about how to see the analytics and reporting. And resource management, yes, because we at the end of the day, However, you implement the SAP, who's going to do that? Resources. That means operators. So we will ensure that who's supposed to do what work, who's going to work inbound, who's going to do work physical inventory, who's going to outbound activities, so that we can categorize the resources and we will assign all those activities to the resources. And the labor management is optional, as I said, like we will see that. Okay. And cross docking, yes, we will cover the scenario cross docking, assuming that we will receive the cross docking products. As I said, we are not going to store in the warehouse. Directly we'll get it and we'll move to the direct to the customer. Ad management, we will cover all the vehicle movements, when is entering the vehicle, when is the leaving the vehicle, and when to dock, all the ad management. And the import and export is also GTS, the global compliance. This is a mandatory for any company. Even if you receive the goods within our company, you should record that goods. Okay. And even if you deliver a goods to the out of our country, the goods will be registered. Okay. So this is the GTS, global compliance. Global trade service. Okay. You can streamline all the trade process, and otherwise you will be, at the end of the day, company will be penalized and is a huge penalty for that. Okay. So even GTS, if you understand the GTS process, that could be great. And other things, anyway, we'll cover the RF environment and the announcement, all the things. And I will cover some more things, but we'll go detailed when you start the next batch. And there are, as I said, Parminder has explained to you, there are the pros and cons for each management. As I said, inventory management IM, it's based on storage location, and there are disadvantages as well.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
And also lean management we have. There are certain disadvantages as well. And we have even warehouse management, though we manage bin level, but there are the limitations in some handling management and the radio frequency devices. And also there is no exception handlings. Okay, exceptional handling means like in a real environment, for example, you're supposed to go and put the bins, but the bin is damaged. Okay, or it may be you recepted as less quantity, or you may recepted more quantity. Or for example, while picking, and you see that no stock is there in the bin. System is proposed, but no physical stock. How are you going to handle all these things? Okay, using exceptions. So in a warehouse management, we don't have that kind of flexibilities. So if you go to the EWM, yes, we have a very advanced functionality. We can capture everything. Okay, this is the pros, means advanced, very flexible, and we can use for the different multi-storage process like process oriented control, and also layout oriented control, and a material flow optimization. Okay, resource management, all these things. And definitely, that when is a more pros, there will cons also there. Okay, especially cons if you are going for decentralized system, where because we need both system will sit differently, because a lot of master data, transaction data will go off between the two systems, and again IT complexity is there, especially for a decentralized. If it is embedded, yes, majority we have advantage only. Okay, but definitely there are cons. In case you want to roll out and all enhancement, then decentralized embedded may not be that good. But we will cover that, when to use decentralized, when to not use for the decentralized one. Okay, we can go for the medium to large or complex warehouses using EWM solutions. Okay, and quickly run through this. These are the legacy product portfolio. I know the majority people are EWM means MM and SD guys here, and this is the SAP ECC, the old portfolio. It covers SD, finance, MM, and all those things. And if you move to the S4 product portfolio, we see that simple finance. Okay, both the finance and both controlling and finance together. And earlier we call it MM, now sourcing and procurement. The supply chain, EWM is a part of supply chain. And earlier we call it the production, PP, now manufacturing. Earlier we call it sales and distribution, now sales. Okay, these are the some of things. And coming to the landscape, okay. And as you know, that EWM is started first way back in 2006. Okay, that's where first introduction of the EWM and on ERP system. That means ECC system. And we have an SAP like EWM server, and also we have a standalone. But we can connect both systems, SAP EWM, to the different ERP systems. Okay, that's where it started 2006. Now, because of introduction of the HANA, okay, 2015. So both S4 SAP EWM introduced an even to connect the S4 HANA systems, and we can go for even standalone. Okay. And recently, 2016, SAP has introduced, okay, on premises, like means like, both the S4 system and as well as the EWM system will sit together so that we can perform all the supply chain activities. Like, you can integrate everything like, finance, okay, as well as middle management and sales and distribution, quality management, transport management. Okay, you name it, everything you can integrate within the single system. And these are the some of the pros and cons for the deployment options. As we mentioned, anyway, all these things may not be there now, okay, because it's going to vanish sooner or later, because everything is going to be HANA S4 HANA system, either is embedded system or decentralized system. Okay, both are will be on S4 system only. Okay, that means current is 9.6 is the EWM system. Means I'm talking about non S4 system. Okay. So this is we don't need that. And some of the deployment options we'll cover very detailed next session anyway. So what is the difference between the decentralized and embedded systems? Okay. Embedded system means you can see that embedded decentral, no interface required. Okay. This is good for the smaller warehouses, small to medium warehouses. All the SAP systems sitting in the one single box. Okay. Including EWM, all other S4 like finance, sales, because at the end of the day, EWM should talk each other, am I right? Because the EWM is only managing the goods now. All financial activities, invoice, everything should trigger S4 system. Even creating purchase order, creating sales order, inbound delivery, outbound delivery. So everything driven by the S4 system. Okay. So all are sitting one. So no core interface required. So it's easy to handle it. And the data flow is very easy, master data or transactional data. Okay. And in terms of decentralized, if you look at decentralized and EWM sitting in the different box, all other models like a finance, sales, and all sitting in the different system. So always, right, you need to say talk each other, EWM and S4 system. So we need a core interface required for us to transfer the data, either master data. A master data means like a plant, customer data, or vendor data, or it may be business partners, or it may be materials data, and also transactional data like inbound deliveries, outbound deliveries. So we need a core interface required to connect between the EWM system to S4 for the decentralized situation. But why we need decentralized? Because we go for example, where we larger warehouses. Okay, so the very means high load warehouse. High load means like, for example, where we come across warehouses 1 million picks per day. 1 million picks. You can imagine that how big that warehouse. Definitely, we know we never encourage to go for the embedded, because we suggest for decentralized, because of the capacity of the picks, capacity of the load for that. What happened? Why we can't go for embedded? Because, for example, in case some system is, for example, is a downtime, maybe system is system is not working, sales is not working, finance not working, then it's impacting to the warehouse operations. Okay, if it's an embedded system. Okay, if it's a decentralized, yes, certainly, even irrespective, even S4 system is not functioning properly, but still we can continue to do our operational environment, like, unloading, picking, packing, staging, all we can do in a EWM system without any issues. And also is good for the rollout as well. Okay, if at all you want to roll out or scale up, okay, so all is good for the decentralized system. Some of the silent features here, you can see that risk mitigation if it's a decentralized one. Okay, and risk mitigation is easily possible for downtime if it's a decentralized one. And also scale up, it's a very good for flexibility. For example, we want to roll out different warehouses, so we can always scale up. Okay, and also scale out, like you can connect different systems, different ERP systems, and you can easily connect. And also different release cycles, very easy to manage the decentralized one. And also we can easily manage third-party logistics, and definitely the higher performance in terms of decentralized because of the larger warehouses. Okay, and just I will go through few minutes and typical layouts. And as you know that it's a typical layouts in the anywhere in the warehouses, you may come across either U-shape or I-shape or L-shape. These are the typical warehouses. I know Parminder is already covered. This is the typical warehouse layouts. Under the inbound docks, that means you receive the goods. Staging area where you will keep the temporarily before final put away. That means you unload it and you keep temporarily these things into final put away. When based on the customer order, you may pick it different storage locations, move it here and load it into the vehicle, then you to fulfill the customer orders. Okay. And this is a typical one. And this is the ad management. As we're talking about ad means like, this is the warehouse management system inside all operations work. When vehicle enters here, so we track the vehicle movement when is entering and when we are going to dock the vehicle. Means in the ad management, which vehicle should dock, which vehicle load it or unloading, and which vehicle is it up. So all these activities is a matter using the ad management, or else we can go for the dock appointment scheduling. Okay, maybe require may not, depends on the industry and the business requirement. Assuming that if is the warehouse very large, the warehouse every day you see that around 100,000 vehicles or 1,000 vehicles per day, warehouse may not able in a position to monitor, means manage these vehicles, then you can go for the either ad management or dock appointment scheduling. Okay. And I know we covered this. This is a very complex warehouse. Like, you can always see that not only here is a racking system, and also we can see this is the MFS system, like me ASRS. Okay, ASRS, automatic storage, automatic retrieval. Okay, and this is using a mechanical equipments, and this is a racking system. It's a simple racking system, and this is also ASRS. Okay, you can means automatic storage and retrieval using a mechanical. You can see that yellow lines, all of these stackers, high stackers, and we can see that even here another racking system. So to capture all these things, this is very complex. So simple warehouse management may not possible for us. So using 3 EWM system, you can always capture for that. Okay. So we call it that this is the docking where we keep the vehicle. This is the transportation unit, typical transportation unit or vehicle we can call. This is the docking system. It may be, we can use docking for both inbound activities, outbound. Inbound means you may unload the goods here. Like these are the handling units, like rectangular boxes. Then after that, you may drop at the conveyor belts here. And once the conveyor belts, you may send it to the ASR system, or you may deliver to the racking system, or you may drop at the conveyors to move the handling units to here. Okay, using the conveyor system. This is MFS system, I can say here. Means you can automatic storage retrieval system, but it may be MFS or it may be different software they may use for that. Okay, and this is the inbound activities. If at all outbound activities, like when you get a customer order, you may pick from the. If you get a customer order, you may pick from here, and you may pick from here, or you may pick from here. So everything it will be arrived here. That means you may do some packing activities here. Then after that you stage it. Okay. Finally, you load the goods and to fulfill the customer orders. That means this is the transportation unit. This is the inbound and outbound activities. As I said, we will cover extensively all the business scenarios. We don't jump straight away. We will discuss some extensive business scenarios with examples, with our own layout, because our own fixed TCS layout. We'll pick any manufacturing industry or something, and we will develop fictitious all the master data, everything, so that we will also develop all the fictitious business process, saying that this is a so-and-so company, this is the business requirement, how we are going to do that. So we will discuss the business process, we discuss all the steps, then we will enter the SAP system, and we will see that what are the master data requirement, what are the system integration requirement, okay, how you are going to data flow between the S4 EWM, if it's the embedded or decentralized one. So everything we cover for all the activities here. Okay. And in terms of the simple physical inventory, as you know that we need to count every product in the bin. So that's called physical inventory. Or replenishment. You may do the replenishment from some reserve area to the fast moving areas. Okay. And we will see the more on that. And this is our typical is the ASRS system. Okay, so there is no racking system, all a racking system, but it's just driven by the handling unit management. So everything you drop here, and through the conveyor system, and say the HUs will go as soon as approach here, the hash tracker arrives here. Based on the strategies like put away strategies, okay, and automatic system will understand where supposed to keep it. And the same thing is based on the customer order, and the system will pick the handling units and drop it here and arrive at the staging area and to deliver to the customer. So we will discuss all the scenarios and we will explain it not only as I said, like pictorial way and the business process way. We'll also sometimes we'll present the videos so that you understand the better, like how the I mean how the warehouse operations works, how you can feel the all the operations. And so once we understand, again, we will move to the SAP system where we capture all the business scenarios. Okay, we have several typical warehouses. Okay, it depends on the industry, and depends on the industry. We will always capture the different locations, generally inbound and outbound. That's typically, and this is a goods receipt area. Deconsolidation. If you receive the non-homogeneous material, you want to deconsolidate. Deconsolidation means you will unpack and repack it. Okay, before going to put into the shelves or racking area. If at all you want to do the quality, yes, quality management, then you need to send all the product to quality. Ensure that is the product is the quality is there, and also maybe count the products. Then we will capture everything. And if in case of value-added service, so we capture it. Packing work centers, fixed bin concepts, all the all mezzanine locations, or floor locations, racking locations. Goods issue means once you pick, pack, and we make deliver to the customer. So these are the terminologies, but everything we covered as like every physical location is captured as a storage type, storage section, storage bins. Okay, that's where is the structure of the SAP. And this is the that SAP EWM is a part of supply chain in it. Okay, that means until receiving, all the managing the stock and managing customer orders, managing the packaging until dispatching is a part of the supply chain management. Okay. And some of the organized structure we need at the end of the day want to do for that. So we will discuss about the both S4 and organized structure and EWM, how interface works. We will discuss in the session. And the important structure of the EWM is at the end of the plant and storage locations is a part of the S4 master data. But if EWM, we will cover the storage types. So every physical location is captured by the storage type. Is a racking you want to capture, we define a storage type. If at all you want to capture the full floor location, you define a storage type. You want to capture the inbound staging area, we define a storage type. You want to capture the docking doors, you can capture storage type, storage bins. So every physical area, if at all you want to capture it, you need to define as a storage type. Either it is a storage location or it may be deconsolidation location, it may be VAS, it may be inbound staging, outbound staging, it may be doors or anything. Okay. So the typical structure of the elements as we discussed, for every warehouse number, we have a storage type followed by storage section, storage bin. In a EWM, storage section is not mandatory, but still we can use it, but there is no mandatory section here. But section we can use for the, especially want to control fast moving, slow moving, then we can go for section. But otherwise there is no mandatory requirement storage section. Okay. And also we will cover the integration flow. Okay. So this is the area where you need to focus, like, if at all you want to understand EWM better way. So we categorize as like system integration, how you are going to integrate the system. Okay. Like system means S4 system to EWM system. While doing the MM to the EWM, SD to EWM, and quality to the EWM, TM to EWM, and also PP to EWM, and some other models. Maybe we've come further, we may cover something. And how we are going to do master data integrations. How we are going to integrate delivery documents from S4 to EWM. Okay, warehouse integration, process integration. Okay, these are the integrations. If at all you want to fulfill all these operations like inbound process, outbound process, physical inventory. Okay, so using this integration only, we can fulfill that. Okay, so we cover every scenario, every integration exclusively, so that you may not feel like something is missing. So we will be very confident once complete the course. System integration, we will cover up how we are going to integrate based on the RFC controls, okay, logical systems, everything. We will discuss about next class. and also RF settings, EWM system, and also master data. How is the master data flows will happen? Okay, if it is embedded system, if it's a decentralized system. The picture I'm showing is a decentralized system. Okay, as I said, if it is a decentralized, okay, this is sitting in the one box, this is sitting in the different box. Okay, how the data flows for that. Okay, typically we have a two data. One is the master data, another was the transactional data. Master data, it contains the plant, shipping point, either customer or vendor or material master. Okay, you know that in S4 system, in ECC, we call as a customer vendor. Even if at all ECC were using for decentralized, this customer and vendor should be converted as a business partner before going to move into the EWM system. Okay, if it's S4 system, there is no concept called a customer vendor because everything is driven by the business partner. Okay, based on the certain roles, we say that business partner, either customer or vendor. Okay, so business partners will be distributed as a transferred as a business partner, and all the plant shipping is transferred as a location. Okay, plant and shipping point as a location. All these things, material master, we call as a materials in S4 system, whereas EWM we call as a product. Same name, only thing is we call material, here a product. How we are going to how system is going to understand these things. Okay, so using the core interface. Okay, so using the core interface, we can always transfer this master data to the EWM system. Okay, and in terms of the transactional data, okay, instead of transactional data like inbound deliveries, outbound deliveries, like when you do purchase order, you need to create an inbound delivery. The delivery is going to distribute EWM system. Okay, through the remote function control, that is called the queued remote function control. Okay, we will discuss more about distribution model, how is going to enable the distribution model so that the delivery will flow down between the S4 system to EWM system. Whenever I refer ERP means, or it is also called as S4 system. Okay, this is the decentralized one. Okay, what is the embedded system? Embedded system, we don't need a core interface. Okay, as soon as you create a plant, a shipping point, customer, it's like business partners in S4 system, automatically it will be distributed to the EWM system. So no action is required. Okay, and no core interface required in an embedded system. But definitely distribution is model is required irrespective of whether it is an embedded landscape or decentralized landscape. Okay, distribution model is required if at all you want to distribute the deliveries from inbound delivery, outbound delivery, or production orders in case of production scenario, PMR documents. Okay, these are the, anyway, I explained to you as the difference. And even if you want to compare it between the ERP and the ERP system and SAP EWM, that is now currently is 9.6, you know that. If at all you want to go for ERP to standalone EWM system for the decentralized one, okay, and then the process remains same. If at all I want to move plant and shipping point, only difference between S4 system and ERP, you can see the customer vendor, but here is a business partner. Rest plant and shipping is distributed as a location, either it is the ERP EWM system. If it's S4 system, plant and shipping is a location. When you come to the ERP system, okay, customer and vendor, as I said, here also we should convert as a BP before going to move to the business partner. Okay, there is a node is there where we need to do that. Okay, in S4 system, no concept of customer vendor, everything will be driven business partner. So through that we can transfer the business partner using the core interface. I'm talking about decentralized case, both between the ECC to S4 system. But even for the transactional data, queued remote functional is required for both cases. That's called, we need to generate a distribution model. We will discuss exclusively how to generate distribution model, all the things. Okay. And the next one is the integration aspect, document integration. We will discuss exclusively different document integrations, okay, different processes, okay. And not only we will discuss the embedded system and decentralized, we will also discuss about like inbound, if it's inbound process, how we are going to handle it, both embedded and decentralized. If it is outbound process, how we are going to handle it. Okay, what is the difference between that? Okay, if you look at the difference between the embedded decentralized for the inbound flow, you know that inbound delivery means for it is a purchase order, because we are going to receive the goods from the suppliers, or it may be manufacturing order or production order. As soon as they create a production order, inbound delivery will be created. That inbound delivery will be distributed as a EWM inbound notification. Against the notifications, system will generate inbound delivery. Okay, so you need to see that both S4 system or ERP system, EWM system, both are setting different boxes. This is the one box, this is the another box. Whereas the S4 embedded system, both are sitting in one. See, this is a single box. All are sitting this one. So purchase order, as soon as purchase create inbound delivery, then that inbound delivery distributed as inbound delivery. So there is no notification. So here in embedded, there is additional document is required. Just a replica of inbound delivery in S4 to the EWM system. But whereas in embedded, that duplication of document is not required in embedded system. So they eliminated that kind of thing. Then once after that is unloading, put away, these are standard activities as a part of inbound process. Okay. So when you go to the outbound delivery, so outbound delivery, the competitive decentralized this one. So both are sitting different. ERP sitting somewhere and EWM is a different system. And here also, as soon as against the sales order, because it's a outbound process, is a customer order to fulfill the customer order. Against the sales order, then we create outbound delivery. Outbound delivery is a distributed as outbound delivery request here. Additional document against that outbound delivery. Against the outbound delivery, we will do the pick pack activities. Okay. So in embedded system, this additional document eliminated here. Okay. Outbound delivery distributed as a EWM outbound delivery. Okay. Against that, we do the picking packing activities. Okay. And like that, we have several cases. Okay. Not only this one, production one. Okay. And also, if you go for very advanced production integration, we cover this. Okay. This is the process flow we define. And if you go for TM integration, and we will see that how we are going to integrate with the S4 and embedded, because we cover more on embedded and not we are not going to cover decentralized, but we cover every scenarios and how you are going to handle it if it's embedded, if it's decentralized. But all our training will undergo with the embedded system, and is also embedded TM. Okay. And the next one is, okay, I'm going to cover with a demo session, like, some complex inbound process. So if I'm patient enough, I can go through that in a demo. I can capture from the yard management until financial documents, so that you can understand how EWM works if it is a complex inbound process. Okay? And see, this is the one way we covered the last time. Like, it's not like we cover this one, like, we create our own layouts, warehouse layout from the scratch we design, and we will understand the business requirement. And based on the requirement, we will capture all the business requirement and then do that. So that's where the mode of training is not something, just we talk on the air, but instead we will develop our own warehouse layout, and we understand the business requirement. We will develop our own fictitious in a warehouse, and it depends on the business, either manufacturing or like, the FMCG, all different, depends on the different industry. Okay. And if you see, if we all do the complex inbound, okay, as you know that typical inbound process starts with the purchase order. As soon as the purchase order creates, we need to create inbound delivery, like advanced shipping notification. As soon as they create inbound delivery, to distribute a EWM system. Assuming that how is going to distribute inbound delivery based on the distribution model you have seen now. And then against that, we will do the unloading activities from the docking area staging. Then as soon as unload happen, goods receipt happen. So once the goods receipt happen, the communication should flow down to the EWM S4 system saying that goods has arrived. Then against the goods receipt, that, and metal management guys or purchasing department, they will create the invoice to pay money for the suppliers. Okay. And as soon as after that, we may do the put away activities. Then finally, once we do the put away activities at the bin level, okay, the communication should go back to the storage location. Okay. And as you know that every warehouse is managed with the IM based storage locations. Okay. So the locations are like IM based location, but it is captured in the SAP EWM system. Okay. In a stock level, you see at the bin level, you don't see any storage location. But when you look at the S4 side, everybody will see stock on the storage location level. But when you come to the EWM system, you see the stock at the bin level. Okay. In EWM system, no financial activities involved here. No finance. Okay. No, money action is here. Like, okay, only it is there at the quantity at the bin level. Quantity at the bin level. Okay. Stock at the bin level. But whereas S4 system, you see the stock at the storage location level. You see the quantity at the storage location, because you may not aware of storage locations. What? Because we may capture two storage locations. One is the inbound receipt, one is the outbound receipt. Okay, means one is outbound deliveries, two storage location or three storage locations. If it's a return or production, we may another storage location. So you may not have having a idea where this product lying. But if you come to EWM, you know which product, what exact location, either racking or mezzanine or floor, or we can capture. We know that exact location with the geometrical location. I can provide even geometrical location also with a quantity, with a storage location, specific, like an exact location. In S4, you know only quantity, but you know the value. Apart from the quantity, you know the value. That is the difference between the stock between the S4 system to EWM system. Okay. You deal with here as a quantity and value, but whereas in EWM system, you deal with the only quantity at the bin levels. Okay, no money. Okay. And I'm planning to cover with the end-to-end scenario. These are the transactions. Okay, there's a master data required, and we need to create a purchase order. And there is a storage type we have to define, like door and staging area, work centers, VAS work center, final racks. Okay. And VAS activities also involved here. And there are some work centers where we have to do all the deconsolidation, value-added service. And also we need to do the S4 side, how the document flow is happening back to the S4 system. How do you check the stock back to the S4 system? Okay. Is there any failures, queues? How do you check the queue failures? Okay. So what I want to do now, quickly, I will, these are the layout where we have designed now. Okay. Okay. This is the layout where we cover this one, like, from the, we develop all the things. So this session, what I will do is, assuming that based on the purchase order, we will create an inbound delivery, IBD, in S4 system. Then once we accept the inbound distributed, we will say that, okay, maybe I can say handling unit. It consists of 5 products. Okay, 5 products. This is the handling unit, physical handling unit. It's a rectangular box, packaging material with a pallet. Then we will unload through the door. Once unload happens, the handling unit, okay, it is here. Once unload happens, then the handling unit will be here, where you are going to unpack and pack, because of 5 products here, different products, because it's going to sit at different locations. So you need to unpack it, all the 5 products. Okay, all the products. Okay, assuming you are receiving everything single handling unit. So after that, you are going to send a value added service. There we are going to do some kind of labeling activities. Okay, after that, we are going to send it back to the ID point for the weight checks. After that, we are going to handle with even conveyor belts, because we have a mezzanine location. 3 products are, we are going to move to the mezzanine ground. We have a ground floor, first floor, second floor. Another 2 products, one is going to the reserve area, racking area. Okay. Another one.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
This one. Okay, another products. Okay, 2 more products. After this one, so one is going to the high racking area, and another product is going to the through the main reserve area. Okay, this is the reserve area. The reserve area. So this is the typical warehouse and way where we monitor everything. And even outbound side, we have outbound staging area, packing area, here value-added service. You can see outbound staging area and out checkout point. And also, in case you want to go for the any quality management, okay, there is a SIP scrapping area is there, internal rework, external rework, return work, okay, kitting activities, okay, even in case VAS for the outbound, shipping office, or like quality inspection, even red zone. Red zone means like sometime you may, like there are some operation environment, you may end up some issues. How do you handle that red zone areas? How do you handle that products? Okay, and also some quality related one. And we may use some kind of like, so real-time products, you feel like, saying that you're working real environment, like a project rather than just training, you can say. Okay. And we will go everything like detail how we are going to define all the storage types, sections, all the things, and the different structures, okay, like organized structures, okay, different transactions, all the things. Okay. And I will jump into SAP system. Okay, if for patient enough, just I will run it one scenario. Maybe 10 minutes I can run through that. Okay. Before running, like, so just I will share it like how we covered the last time, some of things. Okay. Second is just a minute. Okay. I know that some of people ask us what are the topics we covered. Okay, this is the third batch we are covering. Now we have successfully lost close to 3 years. Now we have covered 3 batches. Okay, so we, as I said, like when we started earlier, we started with the master in excellence all together. So we will go very detailed, like warehouse layout, terminologies, kickstart. Like even if you don't know a warehouse, we will discuss about all the including equipments. Okay, including equipments like RF guns, packaging materials, pallets, how to make everything, physical understanding of all the structure and organized structure, master data integrations, warehouse document types, simple inbound process. Then after that, we'll move to the complex outbound process. We have a like POSC, how we are going to monitor, means manage the complex process, like, steps like unloading, deconsol using a POSC. And also like LOSC, if at all you want to go for conveyor belts, how to capture the conveyor belts, how to capture the like a lift facilities. Okay, using a combination of POSC and LOSC, we will discuss extensively all the processes. Okay, and also radio frequency frameworks, like how to, and that in a real environment, every operation guy using RF guns. It's not like they use a system, SAP system. SAP system, you implement that. Okay, based on the implemented, they will use for the operation environment. So at the end of the day, use for RF guns. So how do you handle the RF environment? Okay, and also RF enhancement, something, resource management, exception handling, and outbound process, and also even receiving HO management, like where we use the RF objects, rise of objects. We discuss about complete exclusive label management. How do you receipt of the labels? How to design the labels? Okay, and auto creation of the warehouse tasks using PPF actions. Outbound process. You can see that how many tests we have done it for everything. Okay, so we cover extensive outbound processes like picking, packing, staging, again standard rush orders, vendor return, customer return, vendor returns, kitting, order creation rule. So there are several criteria we cover it, and wave management, and also okay, we cover the outbound grief as well. Grief means like real environment. You know that in operational environment, it may not be happy process all the time. It may be all the time. We may come across exceptional. Okay, so how do you handle in an operational environment as a consultant? So we will cover exclusively grief, outbound griefs. Okay, inbound grief. During inbound process, you may come across a lot of issues. How you are going to handle for that? Okay, so we cover it. And the physical inventory, as I said, is extensive thing. We cover it. Okay, all the cycle counting and different processes we cover it. Annual counting, all the things. And the bin level, at the HU managed, non-HU managed, serialized product, non-serialized product, batch management. So everything we cover for that. And cross-docking as well. That's a batch management, everything. And also we cover the scrapping process exclusively. Okay, scrapping activities, how to handle the scrapping activities. Apart of that, QM and EWM PP integration. And also we cover serialized management. Okay. And feed application we are covering anyways, that. And we are planning for something. Anytime we come across, we are going to add something like that. We are planning this time is the vendor return process, customer return. And also we covered our EWM tables anyway. We cover all the how to upload the master data, packs, specs, or bins. Okay. How to upload the in-cell stock. Anyway, we cover all the things. Okay. And now because we split into two things, but this time we may cover more because of splitting, because we have a lot of opportunity to cover more scenarios. So yeah, this is the way we do that. So everything you might have seen like real environment, business process, design, development, testing. So all we use the real environment terminologies, and also we will explain that where to do the testing also. Apart from that, once you understand the business process, once you design it, once you develop a SAP system, how you are going to testing, where you are going to testing. Are we using HPLM or Jira? Like what software we use it in terms of say, testing? Okay, how you are going to make as a consultant documentation? Okay, so you may do the unit testing, system integration, or after that, once you are happy, then you will hand over to the business users as a user acceptance test. Then how you are going to develop the documents for them so that they will also follow step-by-step process so that they should in a position to replicate whatever you have done it. At the end of the day, whatever you have designed, whatever you have done it, unless business user is going to accept your process, okay, then no use. So until they are happy, we need to train them. We need to educate every point. That's where we have to do the document. So until user accept test, we cannot move the process, whatever you implement to the production system. Like, we do the quality. Typically, we do the development system. I mean, like so the sandwich system. Once is a good, then we move to the quality. We do the testing. Once we are happy, we'll move to the production system. Okay. We will try to explain as much realistic scenario so that how we can transport, how do we can transfer the data, like using transport, all the things. Okay. Yeah, I will move to back to the system now. Quickly, I will run one scenario, guys. Okay. Okay, as you know that when you want to start with a complex scenario, okay, anything. Okay, it should start from the purchase order and inbound delivery. So same thing, I will start with the purchase order only. To create a purchase order /an ME21N, as you know that. Okay, this is the purchasing group requirement. So purchasing group, they will create a purchase order. So based on the requirement, for example, I want to get the products from the suppliers. So based on certain requirement, my organization and the company, and I have some materials. Okay, I will go very quick because I don't want too many. So I will go for 2 products, but we have so much. Just I will run through a quick scenario and today date. Okay, so this is the why I'm putting the deco product, because that's a generic way we made it, but we will go for a real data after that. Because I'm going to receive the 2 products, 10 quantity with a single pallet, okay, non-homogeneous products. So I wanted put into the final location, but I cannot put into one pallet because of the different, the product should go, it's going to sit into different location, different racking locations. Because if I don't split these things, I cannot perform the final put away. Okay. So that is the scenario for me. So the purchasing group, they're creating purchase order based on these 2 products. So there is a supplier, so maybe based on some different location. Okay, just I will check this one first. Okay, yeah, USD. Okay, this is the error. Okay, warnings. I don't bother much warnings. So as soon as the purchase order is created, if for good enough you know that how output management works. So based on the output management or based on the release process, in case if the release mechanism is there, if certain purchase order will be released, in case if want to go for higher level, then release mechanism happens automatic through the workflows. You know that through the output management, the purchase order will go automatically reaches to the, if it's integrated with the suppliers. So either email or purchase order will goes to the relevant to supplier. Okay, based on the confirmation, so we will perform the, I will try to go for the shipping delivery VL31N. So once a confirmation, I'm going to create, okay, this is the advanced shipping notification number. That's what I'm handling here. And I'm creating advanced shipping notification based on the purchase order, 2 parts. Okay. And I'm also packing here, but I may not be aware of packing, but unless supplier confirms saying that how you are going to pack it, but I'm going to pack as a generic packing at the moment. Okay. Assuming that, as I said, and all these 2 products are packed into single handling unit. Okay. We can discuss about how handling unit management is there, how we manage, how to create packaging material, or we will see that. Okay. Is a packed now, and I'm going to save this one. So as soon as I save it, okay, the delivery is created in S4 system, is distributed to warehouse management system. That is called EWM system. Okay. So sometime, you know that this is the delivery, this is the transactional data where we had discussed with you through the queued remote functional control or like a distribution model, system will transfer these deliveries automatically from S4 system to EWM system, where I can see these systems. Since I'm an embedded system, I'm not going to switch the different logins because everything I can perform all the activities in a single system. Okay. To check my delivery, I can go for either monitor or I can go PRDI. Okay, I'm going for a PRD monitor. This is the comprehensive cockpit where I can track all the deliveries. Okay, this is the delivery. So typically, I can the inbound delivery is same as the S4 delivery, but as a real environment, we will always use LE delivery. That's called logistic delivery in S4 delivery number. Sometime S4 delivery may be same as the EWM delivery. Okay, that's where we enabled is S4 is same as the EWM delivery number. So you can see that what is the door in document number, what are the activities here. Okay, goods receipt, all the status there. You can always check the item level. Okay, and we can always see any warehouse order is there. Okay, and warehouse task. See, also already warehouse task is created because we already set up auto warehouse task in the background. We enabled the last time. This is the last time batch we covered. Because we made auto creation of warehouse task, system is automatically created unloaded warehouse task. Okay, so you can see that handling unit. This is the handling unit. So what is the unload warehouse task? Okay, what is a warehouse order? Warehouse task is the activity where you are trying to perform unloading activities or maybe deconsolidation activities, moving the HUs from one location to other location, or from deconsolidation to the VAS location, VAS to the ID location or main locations. That's called warehouse task. What do you mean warehouse order? Warehouse order is a work package. All the warehouse tasks will be assigned to the one warehouse order, or it may be one warehouse task will be assigned to the one warehouse order. Like a warehouse order is the work package. All the warehouse tasks, like is a one unloading task or 10 warehouse unloading task can be combined into one warehouse order. So warehouse order is a work package. Warehouse task is the anything. It may be individual task. The individual task can be assigned into one warehouse order where we can perform all the activities in a single warehouse order. Okay. So I can connect, see, as a process, once you get the inbound delivery here, the action will start with this shipping team. Okay, that means in a real environment. Okay, so real environment. Okay, so the shipping team will plan all these activities. In case if it's ad management enabled, they will say that when is the vehicle is entered. Okay, when we need to keep at the ad until we need to wait for that, when to unload. All this is called ad management. So that means we need to create a transportation in it. So these are all the shipping activities. So shipping team will do that. How to do the create the shipping? Okay, transportation in it. Okay, we will discuss how to create a transportation and all the things. Okay, so to create a transportation, we should go for the TUs. Okay, so to create this looks like that, and we need to create a transportation in it. So you need to specify means of transport. Okay, like what is the means of transport? What is the transport vehicle? That means, okay, the vehicle, this is the box, am I right? This is a box is called transportation in it. All we can call as a trailer. Okay, in a warehouse terminology, a trailer or transportation in it. Then we need to specify what kind of activity we are doing, inbound activities. Once you do that, okay, we need to assign our delivery. Just save it. And once you save it, we need to know that which door is empty for us. Okay, if at all I want to perform, which door is empty for me. That means which door is empty for me to assign certain vehicle for me. Okay, so for that, I need to assign the door for that. Okay, quickly, maybe I'll finish it, guys. Okay, I know it's long, but I will see based on this one, I found identified a door 3 is empty. Okay, because system will show automatically. So all these things we have done it a configuration background so that system is automatically identified. Okay, then once I assign the door, then we shipping team will plan for the assigning the delivery. Okay, I will go for a LE delivery number. Then once you need to assign the delivery to the, okay, you need to select this delivery, assign it. Once assign it, you can see the handling in it, HUs here. So based on this one, Generally, shipping team will print these actions using the following action, okay, external procurement. Okay, this is the where shipping team involves. They will do all the paperwork to put all the HU management. Like means they will print all the HUs. Okay, they will print from here, and once printed, they will hand over to the unloading guy. Okay, so we can print from here. If you manage the printing configuration, HU receiving label, so we can print from this one. Okay, not that this is the activity we do that. Once you print the label, once you hand over the labels, okay, once you hand over the labels, okay, you see here already task is a created unloading task. Okay, so they have already HUs printed already. So how do you perform in this one? Okay, the unloading activities will happen through the here. That means through here. So there is a door where they have some barcode. Okay, we know that we assigned a door 3 now. Okay, so he will scan the door 3. System automatically helps for him to unload which HU. Okay, if you go for this one, okay, they will log into the RF environment. That means they will use the RF device. They may not use EWM system to unload it. Okay, but since I cannot show RF guns here, but I'm using like a RF transaction, it looks like RF gun also looks like this one. So where I go for inbound process and receiving handling in it by TU, since he scans the door, okay, you need to enter the door number here. Okay, he will scan the door. Sorry, no transportation in it. One sec. Okay, sorry. Once I do, sir, I missed some step. Okay, once I do that, because it's a planned one, so I need to activate this one. Okay, that means I need to assign this. The physical arrival is important. Once you system planned, you have done it, you need to assign that. Physically, the vehicle should move from add location to the door location. So that's some activities we need to perform. If it is add driven, so we need to go add because I enabled add for this one. So we need to say that, okay. So first I will go for the check plan, okay, arrival. So that means the vehicle enter into the add now. Then once they enter in the add, okay, we need to move that vehicle to the door locations. So that's where we need to move it. I know there's so many steps, but I'm trying to cover as much so that you understand the overall process. So I'm moving from the main checkpoint to the door location, door 3 directly. Okay, so that the transportation activity become a active now. Earlier it was a planned status, become active now. Once active and the door is there, door is also active now. Okay, so both are active. I'm going to the RF gun now. Okay, because it's not active. So when I enter now, so it shows that. So we can see inbound delivery because the door is connected only particular delivery now. Once you enter it, because we will discuss extensively all these things. You can list the HU and you can see the HU number, whatever you packed in the S4 system. You can scan it. That means once you scan it and then enter it. Okay, enter it, and then you can confirm the warehouse task. That means you are performing unloading. That means you are unloading directly. So you are unloading from through the transportation into here. Okay. So once I unload, because it's happening now, there is a physical activity and system activities. All the time it follows that. Physical activity and system activity. One is physically how to move, and same time you have to system also you have to confirm it. Otherwise, system won't understand that where the product is there. See, once as soon as I confirm now, system will generate automatically several warehouse tasks. So it's happened. Okay, when say that, let's go that. What is happening? Done now, right? Okay, one sec. You can see the status of that, whether it is happened. So as soon as the unload happens, okay, goods receipt is unload happens. So as soon as we unload happens, the document flow will happen back to the S4 system. That means as soon as unload happen, so immediately that through the document flow, if you see the PPF action, there is a how the connection will happen, how the interface will happen with EWM to the PPF action. So that information flows down back to the S4 system. Okay, to check the S4 system. Okay, so VL33N to check the document flow. Okay, if you see the document flow, okay, see the goods receipt happen. So we can always see the financial document, like, what quantity when we receipt, all the financial documents we can see here. So this is the where we can see financial documents. Based on the goods receipt, purchasing will team create the invoice saying that product is received. Okay, rest of the activities, warehouse activities, then after it will be performed. When you do the warehouse activities, next one. Okay, next one. So I know this as soon as happened, once unload happened, system should create a followed activities. Okay, it has not happened. Maybe because we maintain some fixed bin. I can check login, but in case, see, this is the where I anticipated. Okay, system should generate warehouse task. Okay, to move the product, this HU to the deconsolidation. Now, because of some issue, okay, that issue also I can see that. Okay, always I can check that issue, what has happened for that. Okay, so these are the real environment issues. Once you see based on your login ID with the current date, we can check why it has happened for that. Okay, I can always check for that in case if some issue happened. Okay, see, this is the warehouse task. I can check saying that no fixed bin is there. Okay, so what has happened is one of the product we maintain the fixed bin, that, but we don't have empty bins for that bin. So that's the reason system is a failed, because it's a deconsolidation product. Even one product, if one product is system is a failed to identify storage location, then entire HU will be under trouble. Like, saying that system is not going to create a warehouse task. Then how you are going to counter this one, a real environment. Okay, so real environment, what we have to do is we need to mobilize this one by manual process. Okay, by manual process. Okay, by ad hoc basis, I am going to create a warehouse task, ADHU or AD product. Okay, so this is the transaction where I need to do that. So this is a day to operational environment where we come across real situations. So as per the intent, system should create a warehouse task because of the fixed bin failure. So system is a fail to do that. Okay, so here I'm going to, because 10 quantity, I'm trying to confirm 10 quantity here. Select this one, and I can also do the mass way here. Okay, there is the mass trans. Okay, I can put some task, warehouse process type. I will discuss what is warehouse process type, because if at all I want to move the products to create a warehouse task, without warehouse process type, we cannot create a task for that. Okay, once we do that, so this is the forcible I'm creating for that. Okay, it's saying some error. Okay, because no fixed bin for that. Okay, but unless I put the fixed bin, I cannot move for that. But I created one warehouse task. Okay, so I can confirm that warehouse task. Okay, at least I can put away one of the product. Okay, so you can see that one of the product system is proposed for me. Okay, here is one of the product from staging area to directly final location is a racking location. Okay, so I can confirm this task. And it is also saying, because this, remember, this is the deconsolidation product, because system is failed to create a deconsolidation. Now system is expecting, okay, to move this product to the some destination HU, because my warehouse product WPR is the HU managed location. So for that, like as I said, like in a real environment, we don't know that. So I'm going to create one fictitious I'm trying to park it. Otherwise, I can park it some other location. But what I will do is I will try to repack. Means I can create one pick HU or something. Okay, just I will see that something we have anything HU, or else if such is the situation. Okay, if you are not going to do something, if you don't have pick H, what we have to do is we need to cancel this warehouse task. Without that, I cannot do anything for this case. Okay, I cannot perform all these things. Okay, what I will do is now. Okay, I can go for generic packing material, any pack material. Okay, I can go pack any generic packing material. Okay, some generic location. This is the virtual location. It may not be real location, but some kind of virtual location where I can, okay, where I can repacket that HU. Okay, just I will get the either delivery or HU number. Okay, typically I will get the HU number. Okay, this is the warehouse request. Okay, because unless I split, system won't allow me to do that. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now, okay, I'm trying to repack this one now. Okay, sure whether the system is allow me. So HU number is required for me.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
HU, sorry. Sorry guys, because I didn't realize that. I thought it's a maintain fixed bin, but that fixed bin is missed. In fact, I maintained, but I don't know why. Okay, so I'm trying to unpack this one as a single separate, so that, okay, so I need to specify the packing material. So I need to know where it will be repacked here. So I can put same location. So I can execute this one. Okay, so I repack this one. So I can repeat same thing for other one as well. Okay, but I'm not sure that we have already task is created. So here also when I repack it, I need to use some kind of generic packing material, anything. Okay, hope it may allow, may not, because the task is created, but is allowed now. Okay, so I split into two HUs now here. It's going same thing. 1 second. We created same location, sorry. I think we packed in same step. We didn't miss that. Okay. So packet this. It's fine. Okay, I've repacked now. So what I will do now, I will refresh so that 2HU will be there. I will try to select these 2HUs, try to create a warehouse task. Same thing, we will go for the by ADHU. Okay, AD prod. I will try for both, but system will fail. I know that it will fail both HUs. One product, because the system is expecting for me fixed bin anyway. So, but I can fix it bin. That's not a problem. Okay. So this is the HU, and we will try to go for the. I can use the AD product or ADHU, but the best approach is go for AD product if it's inbound, rather than HU directly AD HU. Okay. Then select. And I can select as a process type is a 1011. Okay, that is a complex warehouse process type I'm using. So create it. And one URL you get it because of fixed bin. So leave it aside for that. Okay, so I can from here I can confirm the warehouse task. Okay, so now you see. So from directly we are moving GR zone to the Vidal peak phase. That means as we've anticipated, okay, differently when we thought of, okay, where is that? Okay, my picture. Okay, so now we thought of going that HU to here, deconsult, then after sending here to here. But because of one product is not meant fixed bin, you will end up a problem. Then we try to fix it this one. Now we are triggering manually to move one product here. Another one, until we maintain fixed bin, we cannot move this one. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm trying to move the product to this one because that's where task is created now. Okay, so I can do by several ways. I can do even RF gun. I can use it. I can scan this HU, or like by login RF gun, but or else I can use the in a SAP system. Okay, but this is the generally used by the any supervisors Okay, warehouse clerks, they will use these transactions. In a real environment, majority operations guys, they will use RF guns only. Okay, unless maybe some occasions in operations guys may not in a position to fix this one, then supervisor clerk will do this one, or like a SAP end user will fix this one. Okay, I will confirm it so that we are going to move the, like, system is confirmed. That means the stock will be particular bin location. Okay, so other one, see, even if other one you want to do for that, okay, so the fixed bin name, right? That's what the system is expecting, say fixed bin. So fixed bin means like another concept, we will cover the fixed bin. Okay, so that's called the bin mat. Okay, because in case if it's not there, so we need to set up as a fixed bin for that. So we have a decode to product is issue. Okay, so this though we have maintained here, but I will try to maintain one more. I don't know why is okay, create a new one. Just I will copy it. Just I will get any empty bin for that case. Is yeah, just a patient 1 minute. Nearly there. Yeah, WPF is a fixed bin. Empty. I'm trying to find a empty bin by going the monitor, checking like which is a empty bin. Okay. If I put a cross mark is empty bin, so I can pick any bin. And then I can manage it with the storage location. And then I can maintain minimum, maximum latter stage. Anyway, that's not a problem. Okay. So now I maintained with one empty bin. Then if I refresh here, so only one HU is left now. Okay, only one HU. So this one we are going to put into opposite side racking. Okay, that's what is. But I will go back again. I will go back to the create a warehouse task to move this failed HU. On it, and the same thing. We'll go for this. Maybe I can go form V very quickly, and so I can put as a warehouse first. That's fine, and I create and save. Okay, task is created. See, now system is it's allowed me to create a warehouse task, because unless otherwise I need to maintain a fixed bin. Why is a fixed bin means? Because usually we use for the fixed bin for the replenishment. Fixed bin, how system understand that that particular product is the only designated that particular bin only. Okay, it won't allow any product particular location. Okay, if you don't maintain, if there's no empty bin for the fixed bin products, then system won't create warehouse tasks. Okay, so we need to ensure that in a real operational environment, we need to maintain fixed bins correctly so that system may not fail for that. Okay, so this is not, may not be, I thought of explain a happy process, but at the end of the day, when I land up into the unhappy process, but even unhappy process, this is the way we need to fix this one. Okay, so I'm going to confirm it. As I said, confirmation means system I'm confirming. Physically, somebody should move. Okay, the stock should move from maybe I can say this location to this location. So physically we should move. So there we can use for the any mechanical equipments. Okay, like high stacker or stacker or trailers we may use for that to move the product to the locations. Okay. So once you do this one, so we need to go back to the document flow. Okay, you need to see that what happened this warehouse activities, whether all activities completed or not. Okay, when I refresh now, you can see every activity is completed. Put away is completed, goods is completed, goods receipt anyway. After unloading is happened, the final put away happened. So as soon as the final put away happened, there is a stock type changes will happen here. Okay, as I said, my warehouse is managed into two storage locations as a two IM based storage locations. So the stock will be updated back to the S4 system. Okay, so how do I know that the stock is updated back? Okay, so based on again a post processing framework, the communication will happen EWM system to the S4 system. Okay, how do I know that is happened? Something is issue happened. Just I will fix it. What happens is, okay, the quantity of plant is greater than delivery quantity. Something is there, but we will see that is at least some partial is see already the deliveries happened partial quantity. I will go back and see the S4 system. Okay, always we need to check, ensure that the document flow happens between the S4 system or not. All right, the last step I'm doing now. And we can always check that whether is the goods movement happened, is it completed now. Okay, so we can see that. So the document, whatever the products we split into this one, we can see from in S4 system, purchasing teams will understand that the quantity of 10 stock from 950D to 950S. Okay, they see the stock movement happen the storage location level from 950 to 950S. Okay, this is another storage location. Okay, that is called the F2 stock for us. There is a F1 stock in a EWM system. Okay, there is a concept called availability group. All these things we'll discuss it, how you understand this one, how system understand S4 system, EWM system, how both system will talk to each other. We'll understand that. Okay, next that. So this is the where, like, they can always see how the movements happened, how the whether stock will be there in the now 950D or 950S. Okay, because if it's 950S only, we can fulfill the customer orders. If 950D, unless warehouse perform the final put away, we cannot fulfill the customer order because stock is in the 950D. System won't allocate the stock if it is a stock in the 950D. Means like in a receiving dock side. Unless stock in the sales level, so then only system will allocate the stock for the sales orders. Okay, this is the simple inbound, complex inbound process I try to present here. And any questions, few minutes. I know that took more time, but I'm trying to see that how we perform it, how we explain now. Okay, this is a way like I try to do interactive way, showing the pictorial way, and come back to the system and explain the business process. And okay, like how to tackle if the system behaves differently. Okay, we will discuss happy process, like unhappy process, and both, and we will do that. Okay, any questions you would like to add for that now? If you want to unmute, I can unmute if you want. Parminder, are you there?
Hello. Yes, sir. Parminder sir has dropped the session.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Any questions here? Anybody? I know that the 50% strength is still there. And yeah, if you would like to ask any questions, yeah, I would be happy to answer for you guys. Aman, can you unmute? Because I tried. Okay, I given permission to everyone. So if you wish, you can want to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, yeah. Can you name yourself, please? Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So my question
bright,
here
okay?
is
Bright
this
video.
is bright. Yeah, yeah. So my question here is the process you
Yes,
just
right.
gave
Yeah.
for the embedded is when the company is using IM, but IM doesn't have warehouse management, and
Yeah.
and it's moving to S4. I don't know if my question makes
Yeah.
sense, but
Yeah.
so what I'm asking is
Yeah.
the
Okay,
process
right.
you just showed. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, yes, but
Yeah,
I can hear you. Okay. You can go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So
Continue your question.
yeah, the question is if the company is currently on ECC and uses IM, which we do, and is moving to S4, they
Yeah.
have to use the EWM embedded process
Okay.
because
Yeah.
there's no extended warehouse management
Yeah.
system.
Okay. What you are trying to say, right? Based on question, you're saying that currently there is no warehouse management is there. It is simply
Yeah,
based
it's
on the
IM.
IM based. Okay. Yes, you can go for that. You can always, if it is a S4 system, is this just ECC or is the S4 system?
No, currently it's ECC, right? But then it's only IM.
Okay.
So if we are moving
Okay.
to S4,
Yeah.
Can we still go with the IM process, or do we have to do
Yeah.
the EWM embedded?
Yeah. No, no, no. What is you? I think you are misunderstood. Remember, irrespective whether ECC, whether it is S4HANA, okay, we should also maintain all the IM inventory management in S4 system, because there is a SAP metal management is there,
Yes.
where we need to manage storage locations. Definitely,
Yes.
the storage locations is important, because in S4 system, all the purchasing team, all the sales team, they see the stock level at the storage location level. They're least
Yes.
bothered about the at the bin level. So bin level
Yes.
only more visibility for the operational guys, like in a warehouse guys, where we want to keep the stock, what kind of environment is a temperature controlled or non-temperature controlled, or
Okay.
like
Okay.
is the dangerous goods, non-dangerous goods. But what we do is we will map, for example, your question, what we do that in that case, assuming that if we have a warehouse plant, under the plant we have a several storage locations, but we have chosen the two storage location to map. What we do is, for example, this entire location, okay, what we do is this entire area, all the inbound area, we cover as a one storage location. Okay, maybe you can say the IM based storage location. Okay, one storage location. Remaining locations we will capture, map as a another storage location. This is for receiving and dock. This is for the available for sale. Okay, so this become a F2 stock in a EWM system. Then if we will go for the, maybe I can say the 950S is available for sale based on my storage location. 950D is a storage location. That means I'm going to capture all my entire warehouse as a two IM based storage locations. As I explained, in a EWM system, I can always see what is my quantity and my product, where exact location with a geometrical location I can give that. Okay, with a geometrical location. No value for that is the only quantity. When I come back this one, I can see same product or some X product. I can see at the storage location level, what is my X product, how much quantity, what is the value for me. Even if a stock is in a 950S in S4 system, like, how do you check that stock levels? Okay, just I will show for that. Okay, to check the stock levels for MM guys or SD guys, they check MMBE is a transaction where you want to check your stock levels. Okay, for example, I can say, maybe I can bring one product, just a minute, so that what I will do quickly. Okay. For example, I want to check the stock levels for particular product. For example, I want to check, maybe I can check decoder product. So in a S4 system, I will go for MMB. In S4 system, they check the stock overview. Okay, maybe I can say my plant 9566. Okay, they check using this transaction. Okay, at the plant or storage location level. Okay, this is the way we see that. You know that you have seen now, whatever activities we perform, every activities, the flow down happened to the S4 system. Okay, so this is the 950D, we have 30 and 950S 240. How do I check this stock in EWM system? Okay, to check EWM system, okay, we need to use a monitor. Okay, so here we see the storage location level. Then if I want to check the stock in a EWM system, is a monitor, and where we have SCPs, and we have option is called stock and bin, and we can say stock overview, where we can check the stocks for that same product. You can see that. Okay, okay, so I can put all together stock. What is the total here? Total we have 270 here. Okay, and also we need to understand that there is a stock type is also there. Okay, so there is a stock type. Its system will tells that, okay, whether it is a F1 stock, it is there in the F1 stock is a mapped as a receiving and dock 950D, and if is a F2 stock is a mapped as a 950S is the IM based location. So this is important for us. Okay, then I can segregate based on the F1. Okay, F1 means in IM based is the, okay, 950D. If it's F2 means 950S. Okay, so based on that I can segregate for that. Total is 270. Then you can see what is the stock in S4 system. Purchasing will see that is a 260 is there here, but there is a 10 difference because maybe it may be queue failures or it may be in the document failures. So that's where we need to see. There is a stock discrepancy is there. So that's where we need to fix that. Okay. But as of now, is the 260 is available, 230 and 30. But there is a 10 discrepancy based on the storage location. It may be from queue failure or something. We need to fix for that. Okay. So you need to see, you understand that stock will be quantity or the storage type. Whereas here, you can see quantity as well as I can check for the, even using MB52, I can check for the even quantity and as well as the value for that. Okay. I will stop for your question and hope I answered.
Yeah, I have another one. I see you have F1 and F2 for the stock type. Is it that the stock type unrestricted, block, whatever has a different designation in EWM?
Yes, we can control it when we recept whether the stock will be F1 stock, whether stock will be restricted or unrestricted, quality or blocked stock, everything we can control for that. Okay, we will cover every scenario, don't worry. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any question? Thanks. Yeah, Brighton. Yeah. Yeah, please, another guys. Is Arun Jail is there? Something Jaiswal is asking something. Is Arun Jaiswal is there? Okay. Any questions, guys? Other guys? I know still 27 people are there. Any other questions? No. Can you hear? Yeah, please. Yeah. Wait, I will say that. Ask Alt to unmute now.
Hello. I have a question. Yes, for integration of EWM and TM, do we need basis resources or just a functional will do?
We know them, right? We know. Generally integration, right? We will always, as a EWM consultant, we may not do that because basis team is there. They will always create all logical transactions. They will create business system, everything. But we, as a EWM consultant, we will need to ensure that, okay, every integration aspect is enabled and we should be worked. Okay, that's where we need to check for that. Okay, but certainly basis team will involve, but we will ensure that every as I said, like transactional data, master data, how it is flow down, we need to check that. But as a part of training, I will explain everything. Okay, I will explain how to set up end-to-end scenarios. Okay. Any other question, guys? Yeah. Okay. Yes, somebody has asked. I don't know.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Krishna Chandra, sir.
Yes, Krishna, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Actually, EWM is EWM functional consultant or technical consultant. Any difference?
Okay. Yeah. SAP EWM is a functional. Okay. But if you want, you can learn even SAP, even technical as well. Okay. But we are covering purely based on the SAP EWM as a functional consultant role here. Okay. But if you are good in ABAP and you want to become SAP EWM technical consultant, yes, you can go for that. But if you want to become a technical consultant, first of all, you should understand how EWM works, right? You should understand how the overall EWM works, how is inbound process works, how the outbound process. Okay, what are the document flows. Okay, so once you understand, definitely, yeah, you can become a technical consultant. What is the Vinod is asking if 3PL is updating, trying to create shipment after the EWM delivery is created. Can the delivery be updated? So see, any system, if it's the two systems or something, definitely the document flow should happen between the two systems. If it's a 3PL to the even some other ERP or S4 system. Okay. He is asking Vinod, so do we need a basis for the EWM? That's what I answered, Vinod, because See, that solution manager, we have to use the S4 solution manager to set up a EWM TM integration. For that, in a real environment, definitely we need for basis support for that. In a demo, then still we are trying to use that basis team, but I'm pretty confident, but I can do, but sometime, and I don't want to miss that some of them. So still, yeah, I'm utilizing basis support for that. Okay. Yeah. And any other question saying who is providing training for the entire course? Senthil is asking. Senthil, I know whether you are here or not, but I'm going to cover all the trainings, okay, from end to end, okay. And is saying somebody is there. Why is you talk to the guys? I won't expect it. Is Arun is asking? I'm not saying, okay. Arun, I can confidently say that once you undergo my training, assume that you have practiced for every scenario. I can assure that you can be equivalent of 5 to 6 years experience. You can challenge it. Yeah, even 10 years experience guy also. But provided if you follow my work line by line, means like you practice everything. Okay. My training is, I can say that you can challenge for 10 years real-time experience, guys. Okay. This month, I can say the 100% assurance. But at the end of the day, you should practice it. Okay. Okay. You need to practice it. Like you feel like
I
a
have another
real-time
question.
project. Okay. You feel as a real-time project. Okay? Yes. Another guy is a, go ahead.
Yeah, I have another question.
Bright. Yeah.
This is
Go ahead,
Bright.
Bright. Yeah. Yes. Bright. Go
Yeah.
ahead,
Yeah. I see that you didn't use theory in your demonstration. How extensive is theory in EWM?
Yeah. Yeah, Fury is definitely is there. We can't avoid it because in all the business users is going to use up Fury applications only. Like, for example, monitor. They may not use a monitor, right? They may use the Fury applications. Yeah, we
Okay.
will enable the Fury application. We will cover as a part of our training. And this is the security roles, okay? So enabling the Fury applications is a security part. But as a SAP, as a EWM consultant, we should ensure that what kind of business attributes, okay, we need to provide for them so that they will enable for that based on the certain roles. They, as a security, you need to work with the security team to enable these free applications. Okay, as you know that Sastrageek is providing you, there is a free applications. Okay, how to do the announcement, how to set up free application. There is a something couple of our sessions is there. You can walk through that so that you can understand that how to do the free applications. Okay, how to enable the free applications. Okay. But anyway, if you need, I can walk through that, some of the how to set up the feed applications for the EWM side. But as I said, this is a purely the security role. What else?
Yeah. Hi, this is Arun. So this is regarding decentralized EWM. So are we going to cover that IDOCS things in this course?
Yeah. No, Arun. IDOCS, okay, remember, both either it is in a ECC, either it is in S4. If we're trying to go for the decentralized, okay, as I discussed, for the master data flow using the core interface is required. So you don't need, so you lose the transaction based only. If you want to connect two systems, we will lose the transaction. So there is a transaction, we can use it. So we will transfer the master data. Okay, there is a shift transaction is there. CFM1, CFF2 is a transaction. We will move the, if at all, if I created any master data, customer master data, like vendor master data, or plant shipping points, materials. So if you want to transfer it using the CFM1, CFM2, we will use it. If you want to transfer the decentralized system. For the transactional data, definitely we have to go for the distribution model. So there is no IDOCS requirement for both cases, ECC or EWM, S4 scenarios. Okay. So IDOCS is like something, for example, you want to use for EWM with mechanical equipment. You want to talk to the EWM with the mechanical equipment. For example, I wanted send some warehouse task to the mechanical equipment instead of the resources. Okay, I know that I can send an instruction to the resource, so resource will act on behalf of us to move the HUs or something, some warehouse task. But I don't want to any human being should involve, like manpower, man. Instead, mechanical equipment, you should activate on its own by sending warehouse tasks through the IDOCs. Okay, so there is no MFS. I'm not talking about material flow. Here, if you want to connect your EWM system to the mechanical equipments, like you want to activate mechanical equipment, then you can enable through the IDOCs. Okay, that is called the non-system warehouse task. Okay, it's not a EWM, that is a non other than the system, right? So through the IDOCs, we can enable for that.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Okay.
Even my understanding was that whenever that if we have the client who has other ERP system and we want to get the like ASN from, we are receiving ASN in some XML or something, and we want to get it convert in inbound order in EWM. So I thought that IDOCs is using IDOCs. We need to use that IDOCs for that. Am I?
That is a different story. Means see, for example, see anything, even if you do the ECC against the purchase order, we can always go for batch job, whether all the based on the advanced epic notification, whether system is going to create batch job all the inbound deliveries, or like is a manual process, completely business driven. Okay, IDOCs is required definitely, assuming that customer order. If it is a company where they want to sell the products, they have a web application portal. For example, I will take Amazon. Amazon, you place them, right? You will search it, you will make a purchase order. Okay, the flow down will happen their ERP portal to their inbuilt software. There is a Amazon, their own software. They will convert purchase order into sales order, against the sales order. Okay, that's where IDOCs will play. So purchase order will flow down into the Amazon system, or like for us here, through our web-based portal application, the purchase order will be distributed into through the IDOCs, will be moved into sales order, system will convert. So then against the sales order, through the batch job, we can run this, all the customer, inbound, outbound deliveries. It may be rush order, standard orders or something like that. So there is IDOCs is required.
Okay. And one last question, as you said that if we practice, we will be very confident. So are you going to give us the assignment or something? And one more thing, that with the test system, I always face the
I can give as many as possible for you real-time problems. If you want, you are patient enough, you can set up for that. Okay, but I'm covering almost all the scenarios. So if you practice, that's more than enough. Okay.
And how you think that the test system is because that with the test on the test system, many users are there. So I'm facing that problem on that general ledger or something FICO things. So if it is not working, then our core area EWM is totally useless. So
see, that's what here in our system. Okay, you have to fix it yourself, but we will train you how to fix it on your own. Okay. So I can help you how to fix all the financial problems, like how to fix all the delivery issues. Okay, anything I will help you here. In a real environment, that is not your reason. Your reason of finance, they will take care of finance team. If it's a person something purchase, they will take care. SD guys, they will take care. Okay, that is. I will explain you.
In test system, we have to fix that because nobody is here to.
No. Even real environment enough. Okay, see. You can learn it. Okay, I will explain you maximum issues so that I believe we can fix anything in real environment, including the even valuation class issues or material type issues. Okay, real environment issues. Okay, or batch minus serial number issues. Okay. Yeah,
got it.
I'll try my best to provide as much knowledge as possible. Even MM, I know that some people may not ABCD of MM, but I will explain you. Try to give as much as MM. Okay, even SD also. Okay, even finance. Whatever we need, I will cover it so that you may not see that, oh, come on, I don't know these subjects, how I'm going to manage it. Okay, once you go through my training, yes, you will feel very comfortable. But there is always space for you to enhance yourself. As I said, you can join MM. Some complementary trainings in SAP MM, Sastrageek, SD, FO, FI, so that you can always enhance the skills based on that. Okay. SAP is like a C, So EWM is again is the biggest model SAP. If you take it, EWM is the largest model in a supply chain management. Okay.
So
and also is not some.
how
Yeah.
many months we need to spend at least to get some kind of basic expertization of
Yeah, my
EWM?
training it go minimum 70 to 80 hours per session. I mean, almost all. And the integrations, as I said, like, we cover maybe 6 hours, 7 hours because integration lot, right? So we
Yeah.
will record offside and we will share it across to you. Okay. If
Okay.
any doubt, we will always react. I know that some people ask some doubts. If you have a stuck something, who's going to respond? I'm responsible. If you drop me in a Telegram, majority time you will receive within a second. Sometime it may be 1 hour, 2 hours, but we will respond to you and we will give a solution. And also we encourage, because already there are previous sessions also there. There are almost 100 to 100 people are already recorded last time sessions. Okay, they're already still there. They will also help each other. Okay, that means 3 sessions we completed, right?
Yeah.
Whoever is there, they are already experienced. They will help you in a Telegram chat. Okay,
Great.
you are not alone. Okay, you are not alone.
Okay. Thank you.
So, I'm sorry, sir, like MM is a complimentary course if you buy this pack, right? That's what you are telling me.
No. That is you need to talk to the Sastrageek, but some portion of videos, for example, you want to understand the business partners, okay, or you want to understand how to set up the company code, all the things like material. But as I said, like even if you don't any knowledge, I will explain from the scratch. Okay, my training is it start from the scratch. Even you don't know about ABCD of SAP. Okay, you don't know about ABCD of business process. So my training is everything. It starts from the business process. We will say that we will set up a new company. We understand their business. We understand what are the requirement. We will see that. So that's where we build one by one. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that two
Go ahead.
package, if you take, that's self-sufficient. You don't have to go for any other.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. If you want to more, okay.
The mastery.
So as I said, like even I encourage, I suggested Parminder to provide some kind of sessions, maybe couple of sessions, maybe 3-4 sessions, 5 sessions or something as a complementary, so that you will understand about at least you understand about of the SD, okay, something TM if you want to understand, okay. I requested him, so I think they may help you in case you don't know about you don't know about SD, okay. The people who don't know anything. I can see a lot of people are already SAP background here. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm working in QA and I'm a basically Scrum Master like that, but I want to shift to SAP background. I mean, because stability is important.
Okay.
So like to transfer actually. It's like every 10 years experience. So, but I want to shift to completely SAP because of the growth opportunities here.
Good as well. Thank you. Yeah, Senthil, go ahead, please.
Hi, Naidu. I just want to check what is the bundle contents included in this package.
Yeah, bundle everything is all logistic aspect. They will take Sastrageek because I'm just trainer, but they will as we discussed, we will plan for the first mastery sessions. We will cover as much as possible mastery. Then after that, advanced one where we cover very advanced topics, optimization, like integrations, everything. Okay. So you can see that you can get all the topics from them. They can share even Excel spreadsheet if you wish. You can walk through that spreadsheet. Okay. What are the things we covered in the last sessions? Okay.
Is it it's a 6 month because is it 3 months it's excellence and 3 months is
both we cover. Last session we started November, we finished by March. November ending we started, we finished by March end. Okay. So yeah, our target is maximum 3 months to 4 months in between. Okay.
Because sometime Parminder mentioned about that we'll get total of 6 month access for the server when you buy the bundle.
Yes, you will get 6 months access, definitely.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Because you need to practice them, right? See, if you practice same time, like for example, if I complete Saturday, Sunday, if you practice next time, you will be on the job. And we will suggest you how to prepare a documents also, real time. So if you want to learn it, you should act as like you are doing as a new EWM Greenfield project. So how you are doing is the real time, same thing we can replicate here, like preparing documents, testing documents, all the things, so that you feel real environment. So when you go to the real project, you won't see even 99% you feel, oh, come on, what I learned is same thing here. Nothing much difference. Okay.
Okay. And one more thing, when you are doing that mobile receiving, are we going to use any emulator on that, or we are going to use standard screen for the?
Standard
Because
screen
in real
only,
time,
but
in real time, no, most of the in real time warehouse, they are going to use the mobile to
RF,
receive that, RF gun. So
yeah, what I
at
will
least
do
if you
that.
have that emulator, at least no, we can get some exposure.
That's what.
Otherwise, no.
Yeah, that's what RF login is a emulator. Okay, you can see everything exactly. It's a replica of the RF device. Okay, so I will explain the physical device. See, as I said, even if you don't know of anything, I will explain from the scratch, like understanding the every equipment in the warehouse. Okay, this is a very important. As I said, like it's not a training only EWM. It's a training of the warehouse. You should understand the warehouse business process. You should understand the what kind of equipment they use. You should understand that how they manage the product. Okay. So that's what we will cover all the equipments. First session, handling units, packaging materials. Okay. Every equipment we use in the warehouse, we will cover it so that you understand that how operational environment works, what are the equipment they use it. So that you, when I'm speaking with some of the pallets, you should understand how it looks at pallet. You should understand when I talk about resource stacker, you should understand how the stacker. Okay, if I talk about Euro pallet, you should understand physically, you should feel, oh, this is a Euro pallet. So every physical equipment we use, I will cover as the first sessions, 1 or 2 sessions. Okay.
From function, sorry.
Go ahead. Any other questions, guys?
From functional one more last question. From functional aspects of, are we going to get how to configure the mobile devices, all these things? Not on ABAP or maybe not on.
No. I will cover, because RF enhancements is there. Okay. Exception handling, so many things. It's not we can name it. Okay. We'll do that. And also, like we will, for example, you have seen the complex inbound process. We have done using some transaction using transaction based. Okay. All the things we do using RF gun, everything, unloading, repacking, deconsolidation, final put away, using the resource management. So we do everything. We do on the GUI, we do on the RF guns. Okay, even Fury application, I will show that. But so majority Fury and GUI is more or less same, not much different.
Okay. And how about the mobile printer configuration? Is that will be done by
extensively? We are covering all the receiving label configuration, including REST. Okay, all the not only receiving label, all the warehouse order labels, shipping labels. Okay, and
is it going to cover the Zebra printer? All these things will be coming into the picture. Zebra printer for that receiving label, put away label.
Labeling, yes, how do you connect these mobile printers? How to do that. But connection wise, because that's a basis bottom, right? So I will explain the business process, like what are the things they carry while picking that. Okay. How when login RF gun, how the system will print the labels for that. So during labeling process for the outbound delivery, for all the pick labels, ship labels, warehouse order labels, HU labels, all configuration, we will explain that. Okay, that is RF rise of objects. Announcements.
Okay. Thanks, Naidu.
I will go through complete one end-to-end scenario with including tables, logic, everything. Based on that, you will act on that. Okay. That is not a one-day job for you, right? It's a months of projects that. So you always work with the ABAP functional consultants and technical consultants. As a consultant, it's EWM. You should understand what are the business requirement, and then you need to work technical consultant. Ensure that you will fulfill the business requirement. Okay. In case you are good at technical, yes, it's always value added, but definitely nobody will allow you to roles unless it's a company where you want to act as a both roles. Okay. Any other questions before wrap up the session? Maybe 3 minutes we can end up session.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Sir, I have one question. Sir, actually, I want to know what is embedded system.
Pardon? You want to understand what is embedded system?
Yes. Sir, actually, I am new in EWM. Actually.
Okay. Don't worry. That's what we will cover so extensively. Embedded means like we have a SAP portfolio where we have seen that. Okay. Just I put us one of the picture. You should understand the SAP. What are the landscape, like how many models in there in SAP. Okay, if you look at here, okay, you see that this is the ECC portfolio. Okay, so there are sales is there, finance is there, material management, production, asset HR management, plant quality is there. Similarly, even here also we have all the S4HANA products. Okay, finance, sourcing and procurement now is called, earlier it called MM is sourcing. Supply chain is also EWM is there. Earlier we called the PP is the manufacturing. Earlier we called sales and distribution, now is the sales. So all these things is embedded, means all are sitting in the one location, one system. Okay, you don't need to log in separately for that. Okay. Yes,
So if you don't have MM access or SG access, then you can able to like do in
there
only
is
in
no. There is no MM and SD. See, you will get, if our functional country, you will get login ID. You can access both. Okay, MM and SD, all the transactions. Okay, otherwise you cannot test. Okay. It will be provided unless you have a restriction. So if you have somebody's other role, like they are creating purchase or deliveries, your role is like looking after all the warehouse, like testing all the configuration and doing all the SITs integrate. Then you do perform the warehouse related one. Okay, but typically you will get all access real time. Okay, because you need to fix some of them sometime. Okay, all the queue failures sometime. Okay, you want to see the end-to-end scenario, you want to check the stocks, you want to create a purchase order, so you will get it. Okay,
we will see in the first class.
Okay, thank you. And any questions, guys, other than this? Okay, I will, if no questions, I will wrap it up now. And thank you very much your patience. Still I can see 20 people very serious. You are looking, yeah, and we'll see you on 11th. Okay, and but other part, all the financial aspects, please talk to Sastrageek server. Okay, as I said, already explained about my training style. I explained that this is the 4th time we are doing, and okay, you know that what I am now right now. Okay, and yeah, based on that, as per advice, you can plan for that. Okay, whether you go for the basic or but my advice is go for the advanced and basic and advanced. Okay, master and so that you will be fulfilled every one time one package, so that you may not spend enough time after that. Okay, so I'll explain such a way that if you go through this both, okay, if you work out 6 months, okay, for the 20 years, okay, for 20 years career, you can build for this 6 months time. Okay, so that is our course of objective. Okay, if you work 6 months, if you prepare a document, so it will be remain forever for 20 years, 20 years, 35 career. Okay.
Also, we have 72 hours of the sale going on. So you can avail 25% discount if you go for the both mastery and excellence bundle. Link we have provided in the chat, and also we have provided the coupon code that you need to use to enroll it. If someone has any other query, you can drop an email on support@sastrageek.com, or you can contact us on a WhatsApp number. Thank you everyone for the joining.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you very much. And have a nice day. Okay. Okay. See you on the 11th. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.